ụtụtụ ọma nọ. Ana m ekene m ụtụtụ ọma nọ. Nnewi High School Class of 90. Ekene m ụtụtụ ọma nọ. Ana m eme this voice message in response to this post about IPOB reaction that Ozonwa na Gabon post. Why I made this post when I'm Enugu Agede as I'm making this voice message now. And I'm more follow if I may expect now the possible in Anambra State. I am fully an Adani. Only some top operatives of the vigilante group, Nenugu Agede, one of their commander, one connect, all of friends. So, in the process of my discussion with him, the guy will go and no about anything on follow. Na ku Fulani herdsmen. Not one of the problem and threat I face in this area. When I see that I thought even during the Soludo, during the former governor Obiano era, now the Southeast governors meet Enugu, we arrive at a decision even signing into law that it is illegal for Fulani people to be herding cows in the southeast. How manages the guy when promise this night? Now I come man up na have an arrangement on this night where gosim if any man over. So to my greater surprise, around 11 p.m. this night or Friday, I joined them. We're governing Enugu Agede. Just RCC, that Renault Construction Company, their construction site na Enugu Agede, that express road, Enugu Anish Express Road, very close to Zone 13 headquarters, police headquarters, Ubu. Near that RCC construction company by the right, a crossover, Ibago Mobile, a full Zone 13, police Zone 13 headquarters, Ubu. Then a full Dunukofia local government headquarters. So, Emmanuel behind this place, just very close to that Zone 13, police Zone 13 headquarters, Ubu. These guys help them now, Bania Weje Gosim, Ebe Ekretilu camp for Fulani herdsmen. Their numbers are uncountable. If it runs into thousands. But they are female. They just created a community for them. There. If I run a call, I call. If I kuaba, we find Janyam Nabo, where for Nabania. So I will go in the thing. When I do have Namamaho, not very, very shocked to be seeing this thing. Namamaho associating exist in Anambra State. Do you know what they told me? Nahama no one live at risk in this environment. Mana, they can't do anything. You see how why? I say because no one to involve Apeze. That now Apeze, we fake create that place.
All right. Good morning to some of you. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. How is everybody? I hope all is well with you. We started late. That's why we have to give the title late night broadcast. I wanted to run one show, like one window like this, but on the second thought, because this is later, I want the engagement I want it to go up there so that you can pass our message across. I have to run 2 windows to see how far we can go on this one. Please do me a favor. If you are watching from phone or laptop, I expect you to like the video. Very, very, very important. Yesterday we talked about something, but before we move forward, let me say something, because I have some people here on the comment section. It would be a taboo for me to ignore you. Peter, I see. I thought it was Petra. Peter, I see you. You're welcome. And we have Evans Ike. Greetings to you, our brother Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan comes in and out like it is our seasonal brother, always offer on. Thank God that we are here today. I hope your Christmas and your New Year is superb. I'm always a gift at this time around. I'm just mentioning on Christmas and New Year. We want to go straight conclude to go that now. By March, now I got congratulations. Hey, you're welcome. Oh, well, I'm going to take you. That's why I'm reminding you. You might be Master, good evening. That is from beautiful Chuku. Good evening to you. You're welcome. Our own brother, one and only brother, Amadichi Gose Oyezoku, man of the season. I greet you. And like and share, please do that. Obi-Wan is like my brother. Yes, it was great. Yes, and it was great. And yes, mine is okay. And he may be Nagada. We're going to keep this time around. God by March, and they could have one on actually no one nabia. You got that kind of thing. He said that thing is in my mind. Let it be in your mind. Very, very important. All right, let's continue. So, if you have listened to the video, you must have known what they're talking about. People that are supposed to protect you are somehow doing trade by barter, negotiation with your life, with your land, and your well-being. If you make it, you believe people that they are using that to acquire wealth. This video will be somehow. Honestly, if I can filter out people that I want the message to go to, I want those who like people that are not believing even in Biafra movement, people that are not people, all these people that have this kind of crazy idea. Honestly, I wish they are here, like, to understand what we're talking about. But let's just move forward. Please, if you are just joining us, like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I did not restrict anything. I don't even put a reminder on how to encourage you to like the video and all. Everything is just plain. Why? Because I want to know. I want everybody to comment. If you can come in, you call us and we talk. If you are Igbo person, you are from Igbo land, and you are not worried about some of the things that is flying up and down, don't just rely on what you hear from people that you want to hear from. Sometimes you have to go beyond that to hear from other people. So going on, I was checking on X this evening, and some of the things that I saw there, and what I already have in my own save, like, I don't want to say archive. I don't have any archive. You know what I mean? Just some of the things that I have, I just keep it to myself, is in line with what I'm seeing this night or this evening. We need to understand something. People that are not even Igbo seem to understand who we are better now than some of us. And people who are Igbos, some of us do understand it, but because of personal interest, what I want to be, an Igbo man, an Igbo position can sell the entire Igbo land to become a vice president. Can you imagine that? The video here, we have played this several times, talking about Artese, that there's a secret camp for Fulani in Anambra State, and the person behind it is Artese. I don't know how true this is, but the video is in public domain. I have to react on it. But whether Artese or not only him is like that. There are some wheelbarrow pusher today that if you see them, you sympathize with them, you say, my brother, I wish I have a company that would have employed you. I wish I have what it takes to change your life. I would have done so. But give them opportunity that you actually desire for them. They will use that against our people. It's not only Igbo people, but I have to emphasize on Igbo because that's where I come from. So if you are from Yoruba or any other place, don't think, Igbo betray themselves. Every community, every town have the same sickness. The only people that actually know what they want and they stand for it, they work hard. You can't buy them over. You can't change them. They are the one to change you are Fulanis. The only people that is exempted from what I'm talking about are Fulanis. They are the one piloting things to make sure that they convert you to their own will. An average Igbo man and average Yoruba man that is a well-educated are still an instrument to conquer their own people. Like, it's not about education. It's about awareness and, what is word? I don't want to, like dignity. Somebody who knows how to maintain his or her prestige. I don't want to be used against my people. We all want money. We all love wealth. But let this your, zeal to acquire much wealth, be even beyond what you can use. Let it not overshadow your identity. Someone like Artese, you already have what it takes. You have touched everything you want in life. Why must you secretly building camp for Fulani in Anambra? Your money cannot push them away. Let me say, you see, this is your wealth. You are very rich. But when the time comes, you will still need people to utilize that your money to move forward. But in as much as you are using your money, or because of you want to become a governor, you don't see reason why people are talking about freedom and total independence. Now, the whole thing have graduated from Biafra movement, freedom, because of marginalization, because of, poor economic development and everything, because of what all this, or that. It's no longer like that. So the threats and what is playing out now is even your, what makes you who you are is under threat. No longer political reasons. It's not an identical issue. It's not cultural problem. It's not your ancestral, your ancestral being. Everything that make you who you are as an Igbo person is under threat. Not only Igbo people. I told you I have to focus on Igbo here. Why? Because that is where I come. I want to talk to our people, my own people. So if you are from other tribe, you better feel yourself as well. Because the whole thing is going in and out. Instead of things to come down, they are amplifying it with different methodology. And if you are not careful, you will think that let me just, one time, let me just collect the money. I need this money. And we need the money. Before you know it, you are gone. Until today, our some people are still recovering to understand what happened to them in the olden days. I'm just starting the program, so don't worry. Make sure you like the video.
For the Fulani herdsmen to be their place of residence, and they don't know when they protect. So now, without him, they can do anything. The Nahawa do ready to strike and sack them from that place. Mana na Artese with the protection the people will. So to me, when I say so, now this thing I know about Artese working against the interest and the security of Ndibo is truth. I want to know the reality there. Now if I were a big threat, go to this place, mana na cannot enweghị ife ha ya eji nwee wee mee due to the political interest and protection the people nwere. So when I go how safe can the environment do? So when I see living, now there were a lot of kidnap victims. Now recently, they told me about one citizen of Enugu Agide, one of the most influential citizens of Enugu Agide, Emelu abduct, that a ransom of 15 million was paid. That's about 3 weeks ago, before the guy was released. At Twakile, or we know some guys from that Fulani herdsmen. With kidnap the guy. 2 of them were arrested and handed over to the Zone 13 police headquarters. Now, how far about those suspects? So why Njiwekubefa? Oh, because of this IPOB press release in their online now, where for Ozonwa post. So many of us, Awataha, if an amen, why some people will believe so much in ESN and whatever. But I know Metelofuma, just about 1 hour ago, can only this encounter. And it woke me up to a lot of realities. As in, I will carry out more investigation. And then I will sit down and write an article that will wake up the people that are concerned to understand the danger that is facing Anambra State, the security threat that is facing Anambra State. Because if in January I want a solution to it, to counter it. Anambra State is in danger. Because if we go to these people, no, if their numbers and the vigilante Nahana are armed with AK-47 rifles, maybe 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning, but if I have enough farms on the mud, you can't talk, you can't do anything. So, after na Bania Nsimba, Namaya Bashinkiti, so Fanchili Golanyang welfare, because all the while I never knew. Na ndi Fulani headsmen na show Sisigoha or to government is a deceive on the mud because my fellow Norway High School class of 90 members, and I'm going today. Or if any no follow na media, they believe the propaganda of government do too much and they deceive the citizens. Haneme hanagwa no bika haneme. Atezenugbo is working against the interest of Ndi Igbo. Atezenugbo create a camp for Fulani herdsmen. Or you have to spread this news. I'm coming up with a destructive article on this issue because this is a security threat to Ndi Igbo. It is a security threat. I'm a prominent Igbo citizen like Apeze Nubo. We go so low to sell off Ndi Igbo because of the interest to protect his oil well and to be in the good book of the Fulani politicians and the rulers of this country. So if I can say can contribute to, sometimes I don't misunderstand the people who agitate for Biafra. But going by if I am following Albania, I don't have to blame them, or the so-called ESN. I don't have to blame them, because the more they cry, the more the people now suppressing the Igbo makes them to appear. Na if I have a more one colleague, Mane Ezioku Kahane Eku, I am a member of IPOB, I am an official member of ESN, but I'm just saying the truth and nothing but the truth. Anambra State is in security danger, based on if I am now about Fuluna Enugu Agide today.
Okay, that is the message But I have other things to share with us. This is his own experience. So let's assume that he did not see those camps by himself. He wouldn't have believed people talking about freedom according to him. And now his sense is somehow reconnecting, isn't it? Because he have seen, and they say sin is believing. But the Bible says that blessed are those who did not see but believe. So if you must see before you believe, sometimes they say curiosity buy cat, right? So out of your curiosity, you want to know, you want to see before you believe, then you may make a mistake. Or before even that will come to convince you, the danger must maybe will be knocking at your door. What will you do? So learn how to trust and use your brain to calculate if suppose it be the because you don't just wait until it happened to you before you answer, okay, let me do something. I think we have some people on the comment. Let me quickly organize them before we move forward. I stopped at okay. We have Chukuma. Okay. Chukwuemeka. Okay. Chukwuemeka. I see you. And we have Chukwugold. Greetings to you. Our own sister, our own lovely sister is here with us this hour. Happy New Year to you, Chioma Ibe. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do. Say kind. One name okay. They will Happy New Year. The same to you here. I'm talking again. Okay, that is okay. I thought we are okay. This way, but that is they will. Then he said, he said, that is my village, and I know that particular place. What the man is saying is pure truth. Is your village? Okay. If I hope you know your governor, right? USB governor. I hope you know your governor. You better contact your governor for that. Since you cannot confirm that, and Chomebe said, I have been very busy, my brother. But I still follow, just that I was not chatting. Okay. That is fair enough. He said, Mazaka Indewo, this Biafra testimony is shocking. Okay, this brother testimony is shocking. Ateze and co are evil. May God help us. Not only Ateze, you see all these governors, you don't understand. I don't know how to say so you understand, but maybe like everybody have their own turning point. Some people may not even believe whether you talk about that is until their relatives is being kidnapped and they pay ransom. I will just for you. Yeah, so everybody must not be like you. Some people will never ever understand it until they bully one have batana. One have with that is easier as when you're able to go. It's not each body no say they will not on that. You never say go for a gigant. Oh, what did they like that? People that don't learn from what happened to other people. It's not only so many people are like after his own. It's just that maybe his own time have come for his position. Kevin, when my brother is here, greetings to you, Kevin. Nice to see you. And we have Petra. Okay, this is Petra, yeah. Petra said, Mazakai, I hope, he said, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I greet you. This ESN, okay, this is from my background. Again, she said, this Ato Eze Nukbo of a man has been a very big saboteur a long time ago. Not only what about Nyawood? Also, years of while pump and play. Biafran nation is here. Happy New Year to every genuine Biafran. That is our brother Triple M. Always active. Greetings to you. Greetings to you, Mazakai Report. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate your time. Greetings to you all, my genuine fellow Biafrans. That's from Triple M. And what this man said is very, very pure. Okay, and many people are confirming that. And I know about it years back. Okay. That's from Mr. Bino. He said, from here, Mazakai Report News, and the genuine hardcore Biafrans in the house, they were Greeting one name, mother. Nice to have you. I hate the evil man with everything in me. Wow. Who wouldn't hate somebody who is calling for your death? Of course, you hate the person. And I will. Oh, Diego, Ibio, Stella, our own brother said most of these Igbo politicians are willing to sell us for any amount. I'm telling you, Kuchukwu self, they deceive them by making them rich while they push on their agenda. This is you have just summarized everything. You see what everyone said here. They will just not even deceive. They will make the rich. But first thing to make them rich, they don't need war or any debate. No. They will use you internally and conquer you. People from outside are not saying that without IPOB, without people pushing for Biafran freedom, that Igbo land to conquer Igbo land would have just been like this. Just robbing them around, robbing them. What do you want? You want to Senate president? They will give you. Do you want a vice president? Take it. You want to be take it. Highest 4 years, and your land is gone. Okay. Just you want to be governor, right? Okay, take it. Look at Imo State. Only 8 years of this man there now. Imo is now producing citizens that want to go to Mecca for 8 years, and the level of the way they are pushing this agenda now. That's why honestly, I don't even have strength to come live now. But there's something that I want us to understand. There's a new level of conquest going on, targeted Igbo people. Many of us don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you now for free. Do you know that they are now pushing to get married to Igbo women? No longer impregnating our women and run away. No. They are now pushing to this idea of you have to convert, create a Muslim family, then bless. People always want to know what they will gain, right? They will bring a young girl. They want to marry the girl. Of course, the family of the girl will say, no. They say, no, don't worry. What do you want? Your brothers and sisters are not learning handwork and learning business. I am going to establish them. The man that will marry this your sister are not even rich, but from above. You know what I mean by above? From the part that be, they will now send money to him to settle this family in order to marry your sister. Intermarriage is another way to conquer you. I'm just telling you, the Yoruba people are not battling. They don't want to talk about what they're going through. We are more, we talk a lot than them. Even though we act a lot than them, they can only they add their own behind the scene. That's just the fact. Like they will do something and pretend they don't know or they're not aware. But Igbos will talk and do. So I'm not saying that we talk, we don't do. No. We do talk and we act. But Yorubas, they do without talking. But before they do, they have to calculate it very well so that they're not going to bounce back. But the mistake they have done in the past is still living with them, which is intermarriage. Intermarry with them. They will create this, you see all these people from Nsukka, who is Zonan in Enugu State and Imo State, and the one of a boy, creating madness among them. And the more they're creating, the more they're casting spell on the air to magnate some crazy people. They will be the one championing these negative things against their own people. Before you know it, are you the one to tell me who to marry? My family already accepted him. I am married to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim when I'm married, and before you know it, you now have truly people bearing everything. They can't even trace you any other place than Igbo land. And how to capture families is this money. You want every family want to have somebody, their brother, their uncle in abroad, isn't it? They don't mind to send you abroad. As long as you are allowed, because they have everything there. Now, the only way to stop this isn't about carrying crusade from house to house. It's not about preaching to people not to accept. The only way you have is total freedom of just Biafra freedom. Detach yourself from them. Once you not detaching by relocating from north to east, because the government of there still have the connection with you. The government will still give them access to come to your village and do everything. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. They don't mind to send your younger brother as a woman to England to study. And your younger brother will be there studying. They don't mind to fund that. But your sister will marry to them, and they don't mind because these are nomadic people. Staying your bushes is something that is a kind of normal life to them. You see the problem? If you like, go to your family and say nobody should marry. No, don't worry. The only thing that will guarantee your safety, not only you, your lineage and your identity, is total freedom. Economic strangulation is part of it, but you see this idea of using poverty to penetrate you, it is real. Most of these guys that you are seeing jumping up and down as Islam, we have our mommy here. Happy New Year to you, Master Kai. That's our own mama, Stella. You know, I told you guys to subscribe to her. Yes, on my WhatsApp group, and some of you are being stingy. I don't know why. Anyway, I've already scheduled your channel on my channel. It will publish maybe tomorrow in different time around let's say 7 in the morning, different time. There's a message that I scheduled there, that just to remind our people to go and subscribe to our mama here, Stella. Okay, the channel. So don't tell me that you cannot locate her channel. It will be released on my channel so that you will on my community. Just focus on my community, please. Follow that link and subscribe to her. Let me tell you reason why you need to subscribe to her. Our mommy here understands what it means to be free. She understands it very well. And you supporting, subscribing to her channel will encourage her to teach us what she understands and everything, so people can hear her voice. Please, I'm begging you, just subscribe to her. Reason because only few people, some people in her age, in her level, will think that this is a thing of this is for children. It's not for children. It's not for children. And somebody like her, encourages me a lot, and many other people, because she have the time. The law for freedom is there. The law for is not, sometimes people think that you are talking about these things because you want other part of Nigeria to suffer. It's about oil, it's about this, about that. No. Please always follow her. Very, 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 very important. And I'll be begging you this for some time now, until I will be reminding you until she got 1,000 subscribers. Once she received 1,000 subscribers, that will gladden my heart, and I want to be part of that. So if you actually like good things, look for her channel. Like I said, I will share the link here on my channel tomorrow morning, different time. I've already put it there, but I scheduled it so that I don't want it to have a kind of issue with the algorithm, because I know that I will be streaming now, and I want the algorithm to free the algorithm of the YT. Those who know will know. So tomorrow by 1 p.m. it will be out there, and please don't hesitate. I will keep on reminding you this. Now let's continue what we are here for. If you don't like Biafran movement, if you don't like anything, your Igbo-ness is under threat. You see that all this Biafra 15, like some people likely say, all this Biafra 15, okay, forget about Biafra. No problem, forget about it. Then you are Igbo. Makandi like Rito Fonana, our home, our this and that. You will be ruled by Sariki. You see, people from Isuweke, people from Mbisembi Toru, Isukato, Ndi Onitsha, Ndi Oka, Idato local government, Ndi Nkano, in Enugu, Ndi Udi. All of you, if you keep on pretending like Chidwanyaw and Dr. Damages, lying to yourself, you will end up having Sariki. I'm not telling you what is not possible. This is not, it's not as if it's not obtainable. It is possible. It has come to stay in other places. If you keep on, they understood that the energy, the tactics they have been using is failing them. The new one is this push for Islam, push that Igbo Muslims have come to stay. This is another ruga that something must be done to get rid of that. So if your brother is one of those who say, hey, let me just say it because I'm interested in their money, no, that money will swallow you. Don't take the money. If not every money you see you take. As simple as that. If you don't know, I don't know how to let you know this. Not every money you see is meant for you. Some money is equivalent to your life. So the moment you begin to buy the idea that I don't mean it to, it's just that I want money, I want to take that money. Not every money you must touch. The same way they have something they call haram in Islam, the same way you need to also apply that to some of these things that is flying here and there. That your hands is empty does not mean you must grab everything. You know, that your hands is empty doesn't mean that you must touch everything. Not everything you see you grab. They accuse you, they insult you that you don't joke with money. That there's no need to send the people with the rifle to buy you in name of war. All they need to do is to throw money in your business and you begin to jump like toad. And that has been playing out. We have seen that. We can confirm that it's true. But it left for you to change this narrative. Look at atheist of all people. He's willing to do total gaga simply because he wants to maintain his livelihood, which I don't know. He has a lot of source of income. Why? What kind of insult is that? What is your own agenda? The people that you are dealing with in the one Nigeria, you have their own agenda. What is your own agenda? You want one Nigeria, right? No problem. But what is your agenda in the one Nigeria? What is it going to give you? Your ancestral land? To turn things upside down, rewrite your history and brag about it before you. They are bragging how they conquered other people. Yorubas are their king Ganan been kidnapped and disappearance of even their queen. Their son of Oba and everything is under threat. You are seeing all those things, so it doesn't move you. Somebody will not take one of his wrapper and cover his ear, and just remain nose and eyes and mouth and tell us that you are a man and Muslim. You can't even chant their prayer. You don't even know anything about Islam. But because of 300,000 or 100,000 they just sent to you, you don't know the implication of what they are doing. When you talk, they say, oh, you don't know that they don't teach history in the school. And so what? If they don't teach history, don't you have common sense? That you can see what history do you actually want for someone to teach you now? That you can see how our people are and what is going on in Kwara State and in Benue State, in Plateau State, in Maiduguri. It is before you are seeing it. People from those areas are crying out. You can hear them, you can contact them. Yet, you still think that Igbo land cannot be conquered. Not when they finally plant official enablers, tying bedsheet on their head, pretending to be Islam. Where is Afanja today? Where is Afanja family? Where is their children? Yorubas are still. Do you know how many Yorubas have been died because of one decision of Afanja? Do you know how many people that are now in their grave, any grave for that matter? They send them there. Some of them don't even know that see their body because of one decision of Afanja. How many Afanja do we now have in our land? How many? There are so many. To the extent that Masamugan is. Do you know why Fulanis are very smart and very calculative? Reason why now I understand why they are actually looking for Masamugan with everything in them. They invested a lot, even though half of the body came from our own people. Allegedly, who donated his private jet. Do you understand? And we have seen some people dancing and celebrating that Masamugan was arrested. Yet, they are Igbo people. Listen to this message.
There is an argument where some Fulanis are saying they are Yoruba Fulani, thereby importing the idea they had in the north, that if you come to Yoruba land, there are indigenous Fulanis in Yoruba. So many of them are now promulgating that there is Yoruba Fulani, the concept of Yoruba Fulani, which is ethnic re-engineering, or should I say reconstruction of ethnic identity, and it is really going. Now let me tell you something. If you think this concept doesn't have a strong backup, you're kidding. It does have a strong backup, and the strong backup is coming from the UK, United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom knows that by the time you have a satellite Fulani established areas in these places, it's an easy project to let them have access to the power control. Don't say that cannot happen. It happened in Kwara. There is no governor who will emerge as a Kwara state governor that will not first of all get approval of the Emir of Kwara. And the Emir of Kwara is a Fulani man. Is Kwara in control? They are in control of Kwara. Can they replicate that in other southwestern states? They can. Can they even do it in the southeast? Of course they can. The only challenge they have is the existence of the indigenous people of Biafra.
Did you hear that? The only challenge, oh, this is your Biafra of the thing, and my hands is not there. You are still moving as an Okechukwu. When they call you to support, no, this thing, no, my brother, I don't want. Your sister is still asking for bone stretch, and dressing, wearing sleeveless, moving around because of IPOB, because of indigenous people of Biafra, because of Mazam Nakana and PM Simon Ekpa. And the reason why they paid so dearly to get them out of the way is to even recruit this attempt they're making now. That, oh, I am a Fulani, I am a Muslim. And these guys have been behind the scene, nursing this idea until now that PM and Mazakan is not here. They flood them out of social media because they believe that nobody's going to challenge them anymore. Where is Iken Gurago? Where is Jovika? Where is Chidi Wanyawo? Where is Mecca, the one that is supporting Judy Austin? Where is Uchemefo? You won't hear anything from them. In the midst of all those things, Wazirika is telling you that he's electing new prime minister. But the main issue is telling at them, guess where the focus is? Mazam Nakan and ESN, that the violence and all that nonsense. You see, this guy is not an Igbo man. Did you hear what he said? Hear it again.
The only challenge they have is the existence of the indigenous people of Biafra. That's the only challenge. They can even do it in Igbo land. They can. Remember, Buhari came out with an idea and said at some certain time that you have to allow them to establish RUGA. And when IPOB opposed it, IPOB has taken a lot of bullets, even for non-Biafran causes. When IPOB stood on the ground and opposed it, yes, you should understand that. Even the Minister for Information, or one of the senior advisors, then said, instead of you to relinquish your indigenous land, remember, I think short memory is not affecting us. It's not been quite long. What we're talking is not up to 5 years ago. They would have even done it. It's just a matter of lobbying your political class in Igbo land. They will tell you, let's give it to them after they have billions of naira in their account. Now,
you hear that? Just to lobby them. And the best way to lobby an Igbo, even though these Igbo politicians, is political power. They want to, some of them want to be in the vehicle that have convoy, win. Police are not magadika, trailer. And now that anyhow. Shift. His Excellency, High Excellency is here for 8 years. Then everything is bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sadiki will be the one telling you how to bring another governor. That, in fact, they don't want Ifidel. They don't want Ifidel anymore. My question to you is, how long are you going to pretend that you are welcomed? Is before you, this is not about Kairebo said. This man is telling you, you can hear him.
Now this is what is going on. Britain is in heavy support of this project, and that's why you cannot undermine this project, because the best way to take control of a people is to re-engineer their identity. By the time you re-engineer the identity to what you want, you are already in control. They did not take control of the North until they re-engineered the ethnic identity. When they started talking about Hausa Fulani, from Hausa Fulani to Arewa, and that is a project. Now look at the issue. We all know that it is Buhari and even members of his cabinet that brought the food.
Did you hear that now? They used to, when we're growing up, we do hear Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani. Now what we are now hearing is Arewa. Do you know that the word Arewa is not a Hausa word? Arewa is just Fulani. So they have relegated Hausa back to square one or to ground zero. But when they were growing up, when they were pushing the agenda, it was Hausa Fulani. They have got to a place they have to drop. They have got to level to drop the word Hausa Fulani. They are running with Arewa. Arewa Consultative Forum, Arewa Group, Arewa Leaders, Arewa this, Arewa that. Another thing is Mieti Allah. No more Hausa. When Hausa people make posts now, nobody even care. Like we have concluded within us that they are done and dusted. Listen.
That opened the borders for them and asked them to come in. It is an unarguable position that Buhari's government flooded Nigeria with Fulanis across the Sahel, across West Africa, and asked them to come. They came with their arms. Now, these guys who came with the mindset that they are coming to Nigeria for jihad under Buhari's watch. They were coming to Nigeria for jihad. US intelligence reports pointed it out even under Biden.
Now, when Buhari made this plan, how did they start the plan? Corruption. Jonathan is corrupt. Jonathan is corrupt. And the moment that telling that Jonathan is corrupt, then we started seeing what? Southwest, because they know the agreement, because remember what I told you, they will lobby you. How do they lobby? They have already done that on Yoruba. How do they lobby Yoruba? Telling them that Tinubu will, after Buhari, you guys will take 8 years. Forget about Igbos. So in the minds of Yoruba people, let us Igbos, we are, we have team up with our brothers from the north to show Igbo shege. To show Igbo shege. And Igbo people, they don't think Igbo calm down, right? Look at it. Look at this way. When the state protests against good luck, it was it's just an attempt to show Igbo that Igbo. How did they get to Yorubas? Reminding them that good luck did not even include you in his government. Igbo's always like this. But when a northerner is in the power, don't you guys rejoice? They say, yeah, we'll rejoice. You see, Igbos always look for they don't care about others. Let us kick him out and let us plan for our future. And that future is to bring Buhari. Yoruba people never think about the consequences, what we follow. Now Buhari entered and flooded Nigeria with that ECOWAS have free movement to move around and all that. A situation whereby the tribe will come with rifle and nobody will arrest. But when they see empty bullet in your hand, is a problem. Yoruba people, they don't see anything in that. Even this court case of Mahatma American, all the time that Buhari was there, they couldn't rule it because they have to link it to Yoruba. You know why? So that Igbos will not develop a very big hate and enmity with Yoruba by judging Mahatma American. Yoruba failed to understand it as well. They have fought to that. They fell to that, and Fulani have dodged it. Now we are now looking Yoruba with one kind eye, as they always look at us also. Today, they have encouraged them to keep on burning markets that belong to Yoruba. They are burning it to create more enmity. Why? They are carrying out the main agenda. And the agenda is to deal with Yoruba and deal with Igbo. Other tribes will just follow suit. So they have weighed the option. They cannot use the same tactics they have used in Yoruba on Igbo. They tried, they failed. Now the best way now is to carry out this idea of making sure that everybody Igbo land needs Muslim. We need Muslim here. We need Muslim, Islam. For me to know that this is just a target and a plan in the means of Christian genocide, upon all the years so far, is it now that an average Igbo person will look around and say, okay, I want to convert to Islam? What is that motivating you? That even everybody on social media, you can see a reason why you have to despise anything that connect to them. Why now you think that is people are now saying, oh, I have to convert? It's about money. Even if they buy Igbo people and dump them in a very big lorry and bring them down, physically you are seeing it, you still see Igbo people that will sneak around, sneak out to collect money from them, to shout, to sing their praise. But Master have already laid a curse on them. You have to serve them and come back in shame. But this one that they are doing this Islam, I don't know if they can. Maybe it will not end by coming back in shame. I hope you come back alive. The choice is yours. We have people on the comment section. Let me greet my people before we move forward. I have Obi-Wan. I see you creating poverty in the land, make few rich and control the narrative using those few, and they dare not go against them. Otherwise, you know the rest. Exactly. And we have our own brother Ezinwefe. Greetings to you, my brother. Nice to see you this hour. How's your new year going? I hope all is well with you. He said here, they were Biafran, they were Mazakai, they were, and here he said, Kai, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. My greetings to you. This is our brother, I don't know your name. Gagbaland. I don't know how to pronounce this. Maybe you can teach me about that. I am missing Madam Stella's program. I am following her. Okay, that is happy. I'm happy to hear that. Please follow her. I don't think she's here. She just made a comment and go. Is that? God bless all Biafrans in Jesus' glorious name. Amen. That's from our brother Henry Okafor. You're welcome, sir. See you. Mazeka, Happy New Year to you. Ekachi Ndewo. And we have Ezenwefe. I don't know if I have shared with you this year's the CK Mazi. I don't know if I have shared with you this year's the CK Mazi. Honestly, Ezenwefe, I know to understand this message. Maybe I am missing something. Please like the program. No, please like the program. No likes here. Oh, wow. Please, you guys should like the program. I don't know why. Please. I wish you will post it again. Okay, I will post it once it's morning time, different time. You will see it. I'll post it again, the link. Okay, you know what? Let me get that link now that we are live. I think it's best. No, there's no need. Let me get it for you now. Just a moment. You guys just give me one few moments to post the link from Madam Stella's channel. So those of you so you not stress yourself later. Let me drop it on the comment section. Just a moment. Let me just give me time. Let me go and get it. It won't take me much time. Hopefully, I have it here. Let me quickly go to her platform, and because I'm following her here. She has been looking for 1,000 subscribers for a very long time now, and I know that you guys can do better. You can do better. Just follow her. If you don't mind, you can comment on her video. Tell her that you are from Kai Report, something like that. Okay, for those of you looking for Madam Stella's channel, this is her channel, and I want you to subscribe to her channel, please. I just drop it on comment section. Okay, please go there and do the needful. Here we have our brother again said our people should apply for the ID card. It's very, very, very important. Thank you so much. Apply for ID card to correspond with our self-referendum, please. We're gonna thank you for that. It's a very, very, very important message out there from this our brother. Please, if you have not, try your best and get it done. The worst narrative they came with this time around is the Igbo Muslim, the Muslim thing. That is death on arrival as far as I'm concerned. Yes, but we have to do something about it. In order, if we can get 10 million registered ID card, we are good to go. It's a matter of time. I'm different. If I put many people like us on the monetary aspect, in order, that is not a fact. Open if you like now, no, get ID card, you're a citizen, you don't need money, get people will get it too. But you see, it has to do with the money. Some people are very, very stingy. But that money is a very good thing because that will help the government. So to some of you that want to know sovereignty, get your ID card. Let's get the government. Because that is, you don't talk about sovereignty just like that without getting ready for what it takes. Even the band again, I get money in the liberals gas to make a band again. What an offer is a common thing, it's a normal thing to do. And we have Armstrong. I see you. Say good evening, Kai Report. Good evening to you, my brother. Nice to hear from you. You're welcome. Does it mean that those people don't see what is going on in Yoruba today? Definitely they will penetrate our land because of this stupidity. They will not, they will try. I can assure you that they're not gonna in order, but it's good to uproot it at this early stage. May try your luck later. I'm not possible. I don't want to say something crazy, but I know what I'm saying, that pretending that you can cases with them, we may end up creating something that we don't want to have in our land. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about some people will take it upon themselves to do something, which I don't want to go for that. But my mind is telling me something about it. I don't want to go for that Bible. I mean, I don't want to go for that. Let's just leave it there. But I can assure you, they will still fail. But I'm not saying you should go and grab your pillow and sleep. One of the things to do is to hold your freedom with everything in you, with love and determination. That's why if they say, go and buy a bottle of Coca-Cola, please go and get it. If they say, you need to sip water now, sip water, because you get why. Here we have, thank you so much, Ezen Wife. Thank you for the super chat. You know, I just read the message, forgot that this is super chat. Thank you so much, and God bless you. You are the first to give me super chat in 2026. You are the first. I did not, because yesterday I didn't see anything like that. So I'm gonna put it in my memory. The first person to super chat me in this new year is you. That is just a fact. Long life, prosperity, and may God grant you all your heart desires that are not evil. Igbo niile ga-ebute, Igbo na-azụ ga-ebute. Ịgaba aga iji awere ịnabatakwa nabata ya chekwa gị. Ọbụgo nabata bụrụ ife ọma. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Then we have Uchenna Okoye said, I love you, my brother. I love you too. Thank you so much. We have Elochukwu Patrick. Patrick, nice to see you again. I hope you cover yourself very well because it is somehow chilled in your location. Good evening, Mazeka Report. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Nice to see you. Nice to have you this hour. I know it's late hour to some of us. Please like the video before we blog you. Like the video. I have not checked the like button. Obi-Wan said that the like button, the number of people that like the video is not somehow encouraging. Please, you can do better if you don't mind. All right, Elochukwu, thank you. And another super chat from our brother Ezen Wife. It says, I meant Happy New Year, please. I understand that. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ezen Wife. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I appreciate it. Then we have Emeka Justin said, Mazikai, greetings from me. Emeka, I appreciate you so much. What that man is saying, what is happening is true. What the man is saying is happening is true, I believe. Okay. Okay. No problem. Everybody but so many people have confirmed this to be true. So please take a moment and click on this link and subscribe to that our mommy, please. Okay, thank you so much as you do so. Now let's continue.
Opposed it, IPOB has taken a lot of bullets, even for non-Biafran causes. When IPOB stood on the ground and opposed it, yes, you should understand that. Even the Minister for Information, or one of the senior advisors, then said, instead of you to relinquish your indigenous land, remember, I think short memory is not affecting us. It's not been quite long. What we're talking is not up to 5 years ago. They would have even done it. It's just a matter of lobbying your political class in Igbo land. They will tell you, let's give it to them, after they have billions of naira in their account. Now this is what is going on. Britain is in heavy support of this project, and that's why you cannot undermine this project, because the best way to take control of a people is to re-engineer their identity. By the time you re-engineer the identity to what you want, you are already in control. They did not take control of the North until they re-engineered the ethnic identity. When they started talking about House of Fulani, from House of Fulani to Arewa, and that is a project. Now look at the issue. We all know that it is Buhari and even members of his cabinet that brought the Fulanis, that opened the borders for them and asked them to come in. It is an unarguable position that Buhari's government flooded Nigeria with Fulanis across the Sahel, across West Africa, and asked them to come. They came with their arms. Now, these guys who came with the mindset that they are coming to Nigeria for jihad under Buhari's watch. They were coming to Nigeria for jihad. US intelligence reports pointed it out even under Biden.
All right. That is a very straightforward message for anybody that want to hear. Very straightforward message. So we are going to move to other thing. We're going to move to another thing. Please, if you have liked the video, if you have not liked the video, please like the video. I don't know. Please, did you manage to click on the link to try and subscribe to that, our sister? I hope the link is correct. If it is, please let me know. Obi-Wan, are you still here with us? Are you still here with us? Now, speaking of the agenda, hear this. Let me drag it down a little bit. So, okay, I think it's more visible now, right? Somebody said, I swear by Allah that no power or threat can stop the progress of Islam in Igbo land. They decided to invest more of their, you know why they are pushing this Islam in Igbo land? Because it's not done on them that at the end of the day, Igbo Biafran will go. They still want to have their eyes on that. But unfortunately to them, in Biafran constitution, there is no Islam. That's the problem. And they don't understand it because some of them, they don't care to read it. So if you're investing your money and your energy on that, you are in for a very long journey. Very long journey. I am an Igbo person, proudly Igbo person, very proud. I have not seen anybody, secretly or openly, one-on-one, having soft heart or soft land for Islam. I have not even one. So this idea of masquerading non-individuals as the Muslim, you guys are wasting your money. They are scamming you, that's number one. But I'm not saying we should sleep over that, because at the end of the day, you guys will understand that it's not about Christianity. is not about Western education. It's about who we are. The originality of Igbo man has nothing to do with Islam in the whole worldwide. The only people that is built in such a way that it can never, not even in a million years, can never somehow feel comfortably feel comfortable with Islam are Igbo people. It is easy for British people to convert than Igbo man because our culture forbids most of the things that you guys, see as way of life. Growing long beard, wearing jump up, carrying kettle around and mat, wearing cap that cannot even size your head, and dreaming on how to buy people for God. Our God, our culture is in such a way that our God fight for us. We don't fight for God. It is not done anywhere. Even our deity, nobody fight for the deity. Nobody. No matter how you want to see it. We instead, people will pray to the deity, do some incantation for our brother is here. Oluchiwa God, I greet you. Wow, this hour we are here. I don't expect you because I know you are working. I know your time. I'm happy to see you. You're welcome, sir. You're very much welcome. Happy New Year once again. I hope all is well with you and your household. Thank you. So this idea of it has come to stay is laughable. You are saying that because you don't know. You guys don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Let me not waste more time. I said, I swear by Allah that no power or threat can stop the progress of Islam in Igbo land. This is another agenda. Look at it here. Islam has come to stay in Igbo land. Islam is not for only one tribe, but for all. Who sent you? The same thing with Christianity. The same thing with our culture. So how about it? Why don't you just embrace Chukwu Gabriel so that it's not for us, it's for everybody? Criminals. So we should not do what? Really? This is how they behave. Oh, this is their mindset. Look at this one. I told you. He said, I hope it's coming out. No, it's not. Look at this guy. Looking for Igbo Muslim to marry. I told you. The mindset is this. And when they notice that no Igbo people are actually joining them, guess what they will do? They will bring their brothers and sisters, like Ruga, that they're from Enugu State. And this one married to one Abdul Karim married to one Igbo lady. One Igbo, they don't have child and all that. At the end of the day, they are Igbo from where? They will name one village. Bribe the king, of course. And, practice it. All this recent move push, they are rushing on it now because to them, nobody is here to question them. Maka ndị na-like ime ife n'ike n'ike. Ọ bụkwa na ịbụ ndị na-achị ndị chọrọ ka ịbakwufa n'ike gosi ka isi osu wee dị. Ị na-abakwufa. Ọ bụkwa ka ịbakwufa kpọdo imechie ihe onyonyo ya na-eso. Iwe bụrụ ọnụ gị magụ ya kwuchi okwu tinye na gbapụta ya na ilu akwụkwọ. Na igosi gị n'ebe that kind of if you do that they will super. I didn't match what you got me. I'm just saying. So, ka ebe na ndị Igbo na-achụ ndị na-akpịsị na mba. Nke ọ bụ ndị ga-eme onye na-achị ya. Ọ bụ na chi gwa gị ga-amewe ma na imechekwa abakwara mgba ya n'ilu akwụkwọ na-agwa ndị mmadụ na ndị Igbo na ife imere. Ada akọzda aka afọ. Olesi ma na ịbụ osochi Igbo. So this guy, look at him. He's looking for Muslim Igbo lady to marry. You go look like. Let us just check the comment because I believe he must have some comment here. He must. I've not checked it before. He said, "Don't worry, Ngozi is coming." That is his good news. And Ka say, Allah ya baka. When you finally get one, please treat her like a queen that she is. Okay. They are not. It's a not and is a bromance. Go long. Well. I don't understand what this one. I don't understand this one. No. Abi, I know one for real. If you are serious, if you're this one said DM me. Okay, he's asking him to DM him the one. He will still chop your money. Oh, this nonsense. These are actually na a gala. Okay. Anyway, this is the man. For those questioning my Igbo heritage and origin, it is important to set the record straight. That's that guy that is yapping nonsense from Nsukka. That one that is singing yesterday, like Oyefulozo. He said from Nsukka. Okay. My grandfather was Edoga Okoya, Nwa Ugwu, Nwa Ezema, the former Atama Adoro Ero, the chief priest of our village oracle. My father led Mazi Chukwuma Oyenusa Ugwu, and okay, who was the Okpara of the family, embraced Islam in his youth in the early 30s. In the early 30s, your father in the early, it's going on. Wait, you guys. Your father embraced Islam in the early 30s. So 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now 2000. And is your father. No, you did not even say your grandfather. Am I missing anything here? He said, my father, late Mazi Chukwuma Yonusa, that's the Hausa name, Yana, Ugu, who was the Okpara of the family, embraced Islam in his youth in the early 30s. He lives his life as a Muslim and passed away in 2020. In 2020, we are on 30s. The picture of the person now. Upon the same faith, he died in the 2020 upon the same faith. Our roots are deeply embedded in Igbo tradition and history. We come from an oracle family, and this is well known within Ala-Igbo. The presence of Muslim in Ala-Igbo is neither new nor novel. Neither new or novel. It is a historical reality that has long been acknowledged. So please, this man say that his father is, embrace Islam in 30s. In 30s, and look at you. I mean, please, am I missing anything here? How possible is that? In 30s, and you look like this? You should be very old. If your father is in his youth age in 30s, that means you yourself should be like, you should be close to 100 years by now. Yes, now. Or maybe let's say 90, 80. I think I have his video here. How many of you remember the guy that was singing yesterday? Let me see if I can bring it up now. For those of you that missed our program yesterday, I think I still have it here. Let me go back a little bit. I still have it here. Hey, these people can lie, These people can lie. Your father in 30s is in youth age in 30s. Where is that? Please, just a moment. We have to get things clear here. So his recent video where he was chanting Islam, this is Islamic prayer. We have to go through it. I hope I have not deleted that idiot. Please. This guy said that his father embraced Islam in 30s. Look at him now, in 30s. So if the man that fathered this guy here, this man you are seeing here, if your father is in his youth in 30s, should he be looking like this? Now, okay, let me calculate it. In 1930s, let me know how many years his father should be when he died. Because let me use some mathematical logic here. In 1930s, in 1930 minus 2020. That's a moment. Minus 2020 should be 90. So he died at 90 years in 2000. Okay, in 2020. Okay. Okay, so he should be how many years by now? 1930 minus 2025. Okay, let me not use 2026. 2025. So 95 years. Okay, 95 years. Okay. 95 years. So how old do you think this man should be now? Okay. Maybe it's possible. It's possible because a man of 95 years, 95 years minus this guy should be in his 50s. He's up to 50. Yeah, should be in 50s, right? Should be in his 50s. So let's say 95 years minus, let me say 48 or 49. Let me say 48. So the father gave birth to him probably when he's in his 40s as well. What I'm 47. Okay, someone say I think what he said in his 30s. Okay, let me go back again and confirm that if that is true. Let me go back and confirm if that is, because I'm surprised that he can just frame up age like that. Let me go back and see. Okay, it was here that he mentioned that I saw that right up. No, not in 30s. Look at it here, my brother. He said, look at it here. My father, late Mazi Chukwuma Yunsa Ugu, who was the opera of the family. That's the first son of the family. Of the first son of the family, not of family. The first son of the family embraced Islam in his youth, in the early 30s. So, okay, which means I forgot that he said in his youth, meaning that father is not that the father, his father was not born in 30s, so he should be way below that, because at 1930s, his father is in his youthful age, maybe 15, 16, right? Or maybe even 20, because youth could be 32. He said he lived his life as a Muslim and passed away in 2020 upon the same faith. Our roots are deeply embedded in Igbo tradition and other nonsense. You are just a willing tool for conquest. Look at him here. Is this new Met police uniform? Okay, I don't know what this one I'm talking about. So, what do you think about it? Let me go out from here and move forward. All right. And hear what this is just a short clip.
Brothers and sisters, recent days we have been seeing videos.
Wait.
This video is to my Igbo brothers and sisters. Recent days we have been seeing videos saying that Igbo women are converted to Islam. Let me tell you, Islam is an Arabic religion. Okay, it's their rights, it's their culture, it's their tradition, it's their way of life. Now, I am an Urobo woman. I know how Catholicism was spread in Urobo land. It is through our Igbo people. Now, if you people are now starting to bring in Islam in Igbo land, before you know it, it will spread to our side. The point I want to make here, this propaganda that Igbo people want to be buying Igbo women that are Muslim, it's a lie. That is a propaganda. The reason why these people are spreading this news is because Donald Trump just tried to Islamic terrorists. Now they want to try to put the Igbo in what the French call piège, trap, to say that Igbo men want to be buying Igbo Muslim. It's a lie. There's not.
I can't do anything. I can't have one or two things. I saw a game and I saw one game. My email because for you. I try one because it make your sense. And I don't mind encouraging you to email anything, though. I'm not saying you should go and do anything, no. But if you want to, it's okay, game. Because you go, I got a video, that kind of thing that they was. Cha. Now, despite all this thing going on, some people are still, I'm coming to that though. Let's hear from this northerner. Hear what this person saying. As they are planning all those things, they are trying to pretend also that they don't care. Now listen, hear this.
And that was why when you were talking about these people agitating for separation, I said the North is ready for separation. We are ready to go. What do we really need? In fact, if you ask me, I will tell you, looking at the arrangement, the structural arrangement of northern Nigeria today, if the North is not part of the other countries, if today we separated, the North will be far better than it is today. Because why? Is it, what are we talking about? The other regions are talking about power control or control of resources. The major resources we are talking about today is oil. It has been discovered in the Lake Chad Basin. That is first greater in quality than the one we have in the other part of Nigeria. Two, it is greater in quantity. The one we have in the other part of Nigeria will be finishing in 15 years. The one that has just been discovered, if harnessed, will last 75 years. So what do we really need? We have a deposit of gold in Birnongwali that is more than the one we are having in South Africa and in Ghana. We have another deposit of gold in Zamfara. That is why you have the bandit in Zamfara. That is why you have those bandits in Birnongwali. Why are we having the Boko Haram, so much Boko Haram problem? It's because of the oil that has been discovered. It is in the Lake Chad Basin. And that was why you see they will never want to have peace in that area. Because once you have, the North is going to develop more than you think. And don't forget, the economic power of Nigeria was northern Nigeria. We were the economic power, we were the economic heart. That was why every time, even the education that the Southerners and the Easterners had, it was from the resources of the North that they were sponsored to go to school and get the education they are having today. So if today, it is not debatable. It is there. If you don't know, I'm telling you.
Maybe what you're saying right now is, no, Doctor, let me just...
Sorry, let me agree on that because I don't want you to interfere with this until I am done with it. So this is that is why we said the North today is ready for separation if you call for separation. Because if we are separated today, I am telling you, we will grow bigger, we will grow better, we will grow stronger, and we will have better infrastructural development. And in any case, with due respect to other regions, I'm not trying to look down on it, but political administration of Nigeria relies in North. It is only a northerner that you give leadership that will be fair enough to carry everybody along. So we, like in the past, Sardauna, Zeke and Awolo said, let's forget our differences when we were discussing with Sardauna. I said, no, let us not forget about differences. Let us discuss our differences because that is what will guide us towards how best we can lead this nation. This is another life for you. So today, if you said the North, people calling for agitating for separation, people calling for disintegration, people calling for restructuring, the North is fully prepared. The North is fully ready for either you call it separation or disintegration or whatever, or restructuring. We are strong enough to stand on our feet. And please, mind you one thing before you cut me. If that is going to happen, because we are northerners, and everything that has been harnessed in Nigeria has been harnessed with northern economic power before the discovery of oil. While we are going to have Oduduwa Republic, the others are going to have Biafra. we in the North will continue to exist as Nigeria and Nigerians. I am telling you, I will be better for it. So we are ready for it. And then if you call for restructuring, power shift, if we all agree to continue to live as Nigerians, fine, we are also ready. We are ready to go. And I will tell you one thing. If you separate, the North will remain as a bloc. Yes, I hear some people say that, like the ones that are calling middle belt. I am telling you, even if that you have only 2 or 3 states out of the 6 states that will be doing that. And even among them, there will be separation. So the North will go as a bloc. But if you get power, if you separate today, first, if you have a Biafra Republic, the Biafra will not stand because already Niger Deltans are saying we are not going with you.
Now, I love what I'm hearing. This is a sign, this shows me that somebody somewhere is so much worried. They're so worried. Can you just imagine that Biafra will not stand because South are saying they are not going with you? I understand what you are trying to do. Really, you have oil, really, and your oil is so deep, big and so deep, beyond better than everybody, and you are robbing other part of Nigeria, paying people to try to lobby our politicians for them to give you those so you can rob our people. You lobby, you pay, and all those things just for you to have access. And you are here telling us that you have oil. You see how he's saying it boldly? That not Fulanis, that's why insecurity are there because of the natural resources. But the same people talking, the same man saying this now, that's why I have issue with those people that they're called old Eastern region people. I have issue with them. Did you hear what he said? That insecurity in the north is simply because of some of these natural resources, gold and oil and uranium or whatever they discovered in their region. That's why, which is true. But I don't know about oil. Whether they have oil, I don't know. But you are busy using Nigerian federal government armed forces to deal with Delta, the so-called SARS, buying them resource control and all that. And Gumi said that the reason why they created those bandits is that they want to bandits they should understand them. Just understood the agenda that it is because of this security. They want to you expect government to treat them the way they treated or the way they are treating Avengers. But in the north, it's a no-go area. So meaning that if you are from eastern part or old eastern region or so-called South, you should be concerned that you have natural resources in the north and have in your region in the east and in South, and the one of the north is untouchable. The one in the east, federal government can ransack a village, buy all of them to have access to it, and British don't care. As long as you are black, no problem. They will clap for them. So what in their mind is to finish your oil, then they will now push you and tell you where you fall. For him to mention here that they're anticipating that oil will finish, says 15 years, whereas the natural gas deposit they have in North, according to him, will last up to 75 years. My question to you is, how many years have you sucked the oil in the east? For how long now? So you are now measuring, because to them, they have started making the oil for at least 50-something years now. Did I say 50-something years? I don't know when they discovered oil. I don't want to quote years. I don't know when they discovered oil. But I don't know if they discovered it before independence or after independence. But now Nigeria is 60-something years. So if you add it to more, judging by his own quote, to Madam Origin is in the house. I see you. You're welcome. Greetings to you. I'm coming to your comment. Just a moment. It is a year. So I don't know how long, but if you add the year that he quoted, he said next 15 years the oil is expected to dry off in the south. In the next, according to him, so meaning that all this thing they're doing is to get the oil finished. They will not tell you, push you to go. Because the one in the north, he talked about gold and everything, whatever they have there, to make sure that you don't bring this one Nigeria to tap in their resources. You get the point now. You should think about it. But I see some people from Warren recording themselves and yapping nonsense. The one they call banana. These are people saying all manner of nonsensical things just to maintain, this trend that Igbos are the problem. Abandon your own problem and championing how to deal with Igbo. That is madness. That is madness. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's move forward because I have a few things to share with us. Just a moment. Hear what Arise said. Hear what they said here.
Following the killing of 9 people during a crossover night attack on Chigwe village in just south local government area, terrorists stormed the predominantly Christian community on Wednesday night during crossover service, killing men, women, and children between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. Community leaders have accused security agencies of abandoning the area despite repeated warnings and previous attacks, with some residents describing the pattern of killings as a Christian genocide.
The incident that happened yesterday night is a confirmation of Christian genocide in Nigeria and Plateau State in particular. Because the village in Buhum, all are members and a Christian community. There's no pagan, there's no Muslim, and what is the reason of attack? It's not a grazing issue, it's not communal clashes, but it's a genocide. I would urge the media, please tell our story as it is.
Well, on social media, Nigerians have expressed outrage over the timing of the attack, questioning how gunmen could operate freely during a major religious celebration. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced that Israel is developing a formal agenda to support and protect Christian communities in Nigeria, which he says are under siege by radical Islamist forces. Speaking at a meeting with evangelical leaders in Florida, Netanyahu characterized the violence against Nigerian Christians as part of a global battle against Judeo-Christian tradition led by radical Shiite and Sunni groups. They position Israel as the only nation with the commitment and capacity to truly defend Christians, pledging to provide intelligence and strategic assistance to ensure these communities survive and thrive.
So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. Beleaguered communities who deserve our help, just as you're helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with Intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's the main part of our agenda. And it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year.
Well, Israel has now become the only nation to publicly side with the U.S., with Netanyahu framing the protection of Nigerian Christians as a central pillar of his international agenda. Well, in Adamawa State, we're getting reports that the terrorist group ISWAP has burned down a Christian village, threatening residents to convert to Islam. or die. Security analyst Brian Phillip disclosed the attack on Thursday after the terror group released images showing the village in flames, alongside a statement declaring that all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets. According to the statement, residents can spare their blood by converting to Islam or pay tax to ISWAP. ISWAP had launched a series of attacks on Christian villages in the region in apparent retaliation for the U.S. airstrikes in Sokoto. In one attack, over 50 houses were reportedly burned in the village of Higa. Before this attack, the terrorist group reportedly raided another Christian village, killing 11, destroying a church and over 100 houses. I mean, this incident, Rufai, has raised concerns about the safety of Christian communities in the area, with some questioning whether the military strikes on Christmas Eve have provoked further violence rather than deterred it. But, I'll take this reaction. Reacting to the report, U.S. Congressman Riley Moore condemned the attacks in a post on X, stating that the violence against Christians in Nigeria is clear persecution for their faith in Jesus Christ. He wrote, "If there were any remaining doubts that Christians in Nigeria are being targeted for their faith in Jesus Christ, this should end that debate. This isn't about land usage, climate change, or any other argument the left wants to make. This is persecution of our brothers and sisters for their faith in Christ. Plain and simple, ISIS is telling Christians they have an opportunity to spare their blood if they convert. Our brothers and sisters will not bend the knee to anyone but our Lord and Savior, though, thankfully, the President of the United States is continuing to work in cooperation with the Nigerian government to stop these Islamic radicals and defend our brothers and sisters in Christ." I mean, we saw this report from Adamawa State. I was quite alarmed when I saw that actual report. I'd like, a sum up of the story, Dr. Bati, before I come to you. I'll take this one. Meanwhile, a suicide bomber identified as Ibrahim Mohammed made headlines this week after revealing rare insight into how he was paid up to 100,000 naira to detonate bombs in Maiduguri, including the Gambaru Market Mosque attack that killed 5 people and injured dozens or more on Christmas Eve. In a video released on Wednesday, the terrorist revealed that he came to Maiduguri with 2 IEDs to target the mosque under instructions from Boko Haram commanders Adamu and Abubakar. He admitted the operatives planted explosives after a set of prayers and timed the detonation of the bomb for another set of prayers when worshippers had gathered. In a disturbing twist, Mohammed confessed that he returned to the bombing scene, pretending to be a civilian helper, assisting in evacuating casualties. He also expressed regret, stating, and I quote, "I regret my action for killing innocent people who did not commit any crime." And we're seeing this story. Mohammed also revealed that suicide bombing has become a paid assignment within the terror network, with operatives receiving between 70,000 naira to 100,000 naira per mission. Mohammed was part of a larger terror cell planning multiple attacks across the northeast. The story, I believe he was arrested in Yobe State. And we're seeing a new trend now with these terrorists. I mean, terrorists have not been known to go in to detonate bombs. We've been seeing, people, setting churches or mosques ablaze. But this sort of attack is quite worrying at this moment, Dr. Bat. Yes, and now this is, so first we took a story about ISWAP and now we're taking a story about Boko Haram. I also want you to touch on the Play 2 story as well.
Okay, it is as follows in my view. That young man, Mohammed, very young man, he should be in school.
Yes.
And yet he's now being engaged as a suicide bomber. And he thinks that it is an important vocation. The tragedy of it is that, one, there are many like him who are supposed to be in school, who are out of school, and who are being recruited by those who are agents and architects of terror and who are causing problems not just for Nigeria, but for the entire world by the very nature of their evil acts. Number 2 is that this particular gentleman or young man is not alone. There are others. He said his accomplice, Adamu, that he died because that was the one that went to the mosque in the Gamburu market. there are probably thousands of such young men who are being used as cannon fodder, as agents to perpetrate evil. And that is what makes this insecurity problem in Nigeria even far more serious. Now, I saw a transcript of his interrogation. Now, the person interrogating him should have focused more on his accomplices, on his sponsors. He just mentioned two names. Are the authorities making use of that open intelligence?
I hope they are.
To find out who are these people,
Right.
how extensive is the network.
Right.
More so, as he pointed out, that they are planning more attacks.
Correct.
Now, you would have expected that when there was that Christmas Day attack in parts of Sokoto State by the Americans with their Tomahawk missiles, that will serve as some kind of deterrence. But what you have seen is that it will appear that the terrorists have not been deterred in any way. Instead, they have relocated to another part. And that's why I make the point that whether it is in the northeast or the northwest or in the north central, in Plateau, the indication is that whether it is people being killed in Chingui village in Plateau State or in any other part, is that this battle has not been won yet. And it's not a battle that the Nigerian government can say, oh, America knows everything.
Right.
America will know, America will help us, and then the Nigerian government will relax. No, there should be greater intensification of efforts on the part of the Nigerian government. We then takes me very quickly to the situation in Plateau. Governor Mushwang, he has now deported. He has declared his deportation to APC and also his resignation from the PDP. I think in Plateau in particular, the major task, as an individual, he can make his own choice, but he should not make blood-soaked defections. He too, as a man who is there in Plateau State, should realize that there is a lot to still be done. As for Congressman Riley Moore, he's continuing with the basic narrative of USA. Oh, there's persecution of Christians in Nigeria. I keep repeating the point, which the US delegation realized after his second visit, that it's not just Christians that are being persecuted, that Nigerians are victims generally. And the task of ensuring safety of everybody in cooperation with the Nigerian government, which the Nigerian government continues to stress, it's a task that must be done. Not just in Nigeria's interest, but also in the collective interest of humanity. Because what we are facing is assault against all those values that make us human.
Right. We're seeing pockets of story, people in Plateau State claiming there is Christian genocide because that was a predominantly Christian community. We're also hearing stories from ISWA targeting Christians as well. And so totally, I believe Riley Moore is on point when he says that this is persecution of Christians. But also, the fact is, like we have read the story about this young boy who actually...
So let me pause here. You see, one thing about truth is that no matter how you want to massage it, it will stay there looking at you. You are the one running around though. The truth is there. Now, Ginika is here somehow, teaching Ruben that this your narrative is not selling on. I called her Ginika, right? Go and ask her now, are you Igbo? She will tell you, I'm not. But the truth is, like I said, on a serious note, Ruben is not just a politician. He's filled with tribal bigotry. Like he don't believe in only his tribe. And as a journalist, you are not supposed to believe like you're not supposed to be seen like that. Until now, this man is still pushing. There's nothing like Christian genocide. Can you imagine that? To him, there's nothing like Christian genocide. That's why Ginika is trying to remind him that look, that even ISWAP themselves, they say that. Imagine the publication when a terrorist group come out and tell you that convert to Islam or you'll be quiet. And Ruben is there telling them, no, they are buying Muslim. You forgot in Islam, some of these, the one that is very, very radical, they don't see other ones as a Muslim. The message that I played yesterday, where the man, the Reverend Father was, exposing the write-up, the plan, and the agenda of terrorists, saying what the plan is all about. That to them, they want to make sure that anything, they don't want to share power with infidel, which is one of the things they don't want. And they made it clear that they're going to weaponize motorbike, truck, everything is instrument for destruction. And the target is Christians. Yet, Tinubu people are still busy telling you that, no, don't call it genocide. Because to them, if you call it genocide, it's going to affect their brother, because their brother is a Muslim. What I told you, this idea of about me, my interest, that's exactly what I'm doing. And it's not going to help anybody. It won't. Let me go to a message from Madam Origin. She said, they cried too much. Please, someone should tell the man that the reason why someone should tell that man that the reason why we got amalgamated is that the North is poor. Don't mind that Okoko is just yapping nonsense. The cry is too much. Madam Origin said, see how his mouth is running like tap water. Takaiki and Ahudabaya. Takaiki and Ahudabaya is in full speed. Madam Origin, they go deep. Too much oil, too much gold. Yes, and Alamajiri everywhere. And he's bragging on how they're going to better their life and they develop. Yeah, hold on to the guy. I'm not hold on me. I'm going to Takia, okay, Takia and Ahudabia and Jazia, Madam Origin. The only one that is familiar to me is this one, Takia, which I don't even, if you ask me to explain more about it, I don't even know much about Takia. Takia lies, and this one is deception, okay, is their stock and trade. Can you imagine? To lie, just to convert people. Yes. Sorry. Happy New Year to you, sir. God bless you, SB. Watching from Sabon, Takia, Kaduna, Ubonna. So thank God that you are here. So you are watching from Kaduna, isn't it? What are you doing in Kaduna, my brother? What are you doing in Kaduna now? What are you still doing in Kaduna? Now, to be honest with you, more than anything can happen at any time. Anything can happen at any time. All these your friends in after around. Now they don't know your dog. Obonna and Joko John. Okay. Allah told them to lie for him and deceive people for him, buy people for him, while their leaders sponsored them. They gained 75 virgins as bonus and expressed to heaven. Humanly speaking, I am shocked. Nah, my sister, nah, if you're gonna go to it, wow. Get out much of that 75 virgins. 75 virgins. So, what to finish with is not important. Like, one of the things you want to achieve in your life is vision. Not 1, 2, 3. And no guarantee of STD, like no guarantee of STD, and no guarantee of your income to take care of this your virgins. okay, because you're going to take it after the afterlife. Okay. And when somebody want to send you, meet 72, I don't understand you. You don't want to meet virgin anymore. Anyway, also to tax people in exchange for their life. Hey God, they are really making our departure very easy. We are winning. Sometimes I have now not those breaking news just my pain, but then they lose their life and the whole thing. Man, to be honest with you, apart from that, what do I can like it to rebel because on a meditating or it's more easier. And Ruben Abati always, where's their message? Ruben Abati always comes up lies and half truth. Sometimes without even any truth. In some cases. Mazakai, good morning. That is from Mabel Igwe. Good morning. He said, my problem is this. When we some of the eastern region have sense, I believe. I don't blame that man. Their charm is working on some persons. Mazamukanda said we are not after the oil. And truly we are not. Speaking of charm, I don't know much about that. But the easiest way to avoid being charmed is knowing what you're supposed to know. Equip yourself with what you're supposed to know and see how far you can go on that.
Went into a mosque, and this is a Muslim community, and detonated a bomb. So we are facing a real crisis here in Nigeria. But we'll continue to follow up on it. And now we hear that Benjamin Netanyahu is pledging full support for this sort of yes. Well, I mean, I believe that everyone has a right to their own international policies as well.
Then you see how Gineka don't want to.
Some are publicly signed.
You see how she don't want to lecture, Ruben on what genocide means. She just remind him hit free point and avoid any issue because she understands what Ruben is talking about, and Ruben can never ever represent anything, truth or anything meaningful. Always running around looking for whom to blame, making some comment that doesn't add up. He's not the only one. How many of you remember this lady? I've talked about her before, but in our second platform, this Yoruba lady. I was asking, where she come from, but now it's clear that she could be one of the Tinubu's recharge card. Here, her name is this, Dr. Shola Moso Shobamimu, something like that. Okay, she's the one. Once she opened her mouth, you can sense, funny things, which I'm not gonna say. He said she's one that she keep on criticizing. She was busy criticizing America hitting the terrorists in the Sokoto, because one thing about some of these Yorubas is that not all of them, though. I'm talking about the politicians and those who are hell bent that Tinubu is the only way and the only way to life. Is that they don't care. Sometimes when they're making an argument, you wonder how where they got their knowledge and their strength from, because it's not making sense at all. She criticized, she lied that Tinubu, America targeted farmland, and it's not about helping you or helping Christianity. It's about enslaved Africa and all that. But all of them will turn around and pretend they did not see what Tinubu and France are doing. You see hypocrite. But you are criticizing America for giving it to terrorists. You turn around and say, oh, it's about supremacy, it's about white supremacy, it's about white trying to control blacks. This is what they normally do. They create one and make money from it because they have to buy equipment from them and But look at what your brother is doing with France. To you, it doesn't. You can see any video from her. in that aspect. He said, if you think Israel mother of Christians in Palestine, if you think that Israel mother of Christians in Palestine and across Middle East, you see how she labeled Israel, that they are modern Christians. We protect Christians in Africa, include Nigeria. You are an unmitigated fool. Wow. You are an unmitigated fool. If you align with Christianity, a made up bullshit time to align Zionism with Christianity, you are an unmitigated fool. Zionism is anti-Christian and anti-Christ at its core. The Netanyahu announcement is a calculated strategy to further Israel expansionism, deflect from its genocide of Palestinians, and entrench Americans' capitalist scheme. You know, each time I raise a hand, or do the one person, you find out that just like some of them, you know, maybe I will start reporting some of these people video because I'm trying to avoid it. I don't want to be seen as ethnic, pushing ethnic hate or something like that. But some of the video you cannot avoid it. Just hear this.
It's a calculated strategy.
Listen.
I'm going to try to say this as calmly as I can because some of you bloody fools were in my mentions parroting trash when I warned you that this whole saving Nigerian Christians was bullshit. If you're a Christian applauding Benjamin Netanyahu's announcement of a new front to save Christians in Africa and mention Nigeria by name, just as you applauded Trump's announcement to come save Nigerian Christians, then you are an unmitigated fool. You should go down on your knees and pray to God for spiritual discernment because you clearly lack the moral and spiritual aptitude to read the times. What we are all witnessing is a calculated strategy to weaponize Christianity and Christians across Middle East and Africa, including Nigeria, to further Israel's expansionist plan, Israel's genocide of Palestinians, and America's overall capitalist profiteering scheme. Do not fall into this trap of believing that the very people who've committed the worst crimes of murdering Christians around the world will now come and save Christians. Use the brain cells God gave you. Which two countries are the most responsible for the genocide, ethnic cleansing, and murder of Christians alongside Muslims in the Middle East and Africa? Yes, Israel and the United States of America.
Now, typical Yoruba politician. This one reminds me of Femi Fani-Kayode. Oh, that Iran is the best. Israel is having buying people. Israel. The question is, so you are saying that people pushing war in that part of the world or terror in that part of the world are Christians. Literally, that's what she's trying to say. Because if you think that what is going on in Palestine or in Palestine is about Christian, really Christian, that Qatar, Malaysia, Indonesia, Kuwait, Bahrain, all these countries are sending money, funding them in the name of sending aid and other things, pushing Hamas. It is all Christians. Then the question is, Muslim country funding Christian agenda in Palestine? Like, does it make any sense? That even Shetima was advocating for them in United Nations. Once they cross, leave, once they find, one apartment in London, because there's no other country, I've tried to figure out where this one could be hiding at. It should be in UK. Now, once they have opportunity to talk, they will, try everything to destroy your brain cell as if, because you can see how she's talking with the, white man accent. You think that this one is somehow educated, but pick meaning from what's coming out from her mouth, you will feel like throwing up. The same woman, when Trump said that he's gonna deal with, it's gonna be all gun blessing in Nigeria. She made video, oh no, that is about American, they want oil, they want natural resources, they want to control. Tinubu is signing document with France that a country that is well known of controlling things. She don't talk. Why? Because he bear Ahmed Tinubu, my man, my brother. Look at this one now. Now, when America finally landed, she said, I told you that the American did not even targeted anything. I have that video. I'm not the only one. Even Joseph Ochukwu have reacted on it. I was laughing reading what he put out there. But look at this one. Immediately Israel dropped this thing, calling for that Nigeria should stop. She jumped in. How can you say that Israel? Then what is different between what Shekumi said and what she's saying? Shekumi, who said that American is not in position to talk, to even do anything in Nigeria because that their hands are not clear. They should call Turkey to come and do something. Then Turkey you are talking about is also, their name appeared in some document that they are somehow funding this kind of thing. Allegedly. And there's a video in Nigeria where Jet was dropping something for bandits or terrorists in the bush. We saw people that look like Turkish people or Lebanese. Then how can you now, after watching those things, you now turn around and blame, say, Israel this, Israel that? I mean, so with all this, your grammar and your knowledge and everything you claim you have, if they ask you now to mention people that behind the Hamas movement, you now say it's Christians, because that's literally what I say. So imagine Muslim carrying flag, calling for Palestinian independence and freedom and all that in Palestine, and all of them are Muslim, and they're doing it in favor of Christians. I can't understand. I mean, who is this woman? But that's the Femi Falana for you. When PM said Nigerian breed criminal, honestly, it's true. There are so many people that I'm seeing now. Immediately they nominated Reno Mokri as to become ambassador. Too many people on social media now trying to following that trend. All of them are on Igbo case, Igbo, because that is what you must do to advance your political career. Unless if you want to be stagnated, like you don't want to move forward, then ignore Igbo issue. The moment you just make sure you're not an Igbo person, or even if you're an Igbo, you have to double your hustle. But if you are not Igbo, the easiest thing you need to do is to pick on Igbo man, Igbo people, and begin to talk about it. I've told us, my friend that lives with one guy from the door, not that live together, but is his neighbor. This guy is creating content on social media even as I'm speaking now. And what he's pushing out there is Igbo issue. He will come out and tell Igbo people around my content that they do, I don't mean anything. So if I do all that thing, they view they share my video. But when I talk about Igbo people, now so everyone go they view the comment, my engagement, you understand? But this one here, probably she's looking for Tinubu's attention, because you have to do this kind of thing for you to make it to Aso Rock. Let's continue. Just hear her again. Listen to her.
And you actually think they care about Christians that are not white, and they care about Christians in the Middle East and Africa, when they're the very perpetrators of murdering them? Use the brain cells God gave you. Israel has literally been committing the genocide of Palestinian Christians and Muslims in Gaza and the West Bank without making a distinction between the two. It has been killing Christians as it bombed Lebanon, Yemen, Iran, Syria, without making a distinction between Christians and Muslims. So who do you think the real enemy is? And let's not forget that Israel has been destroying Christian infrastructure like churches far older by hundreds of years than the state of Israel. And it's this devil in a suit that you are applauding. And the term Judeo-Christianity is a bullshit label made up by white Zionists like this to hoodwink you into aligning Zionism with Christianity. Zionism is evil. It's an evil political ideology. It is a movement that is antichrist in every facet of its existence. It is genocide, racism, terrorism, extremism, everything that if Jesus was here with us today, he will protest against, he will stand against. And this is what you align your Christianity with. Isn't it bad enough that Zionism has hijacked the Jewish identity and weaponized the Jewish faith to commit nefarious things? And now you want to do the same with Christianity? What the hell is wrong with you people? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince the world he did not exist. And that's what these devils are doing. They're using the same playbook to try to point to somebody else as the greater enemy. These are the greater enemy. The Zionists, be them Zionists, Jews, Zionists, Christians, Zionists, Muslims, I do not care. They're the ones stripping us of our liberties and trying their hardest to take away our fundamental freedoms. You need to open your eyes, tie your wrapper, tighten your belt.
What this aunt forgot to mention is that he is a Yoruba person. And Israel did not create Boko Haram, not a swap, not Lukarawa, or whatever they call themselves, not Fulani herdsmen. Israel is not in charge of your ancestral land in Kwara State. They did not buy Patoranka, or whatever they call that person, the one famous Yoruba guy they call that. Not even the recent attack in Ondo. Israel is not, but she's contented with whatever that's going on there. It doesn't matter. Is more than 600,000 people in IDP camp in Benue State is not caused by Israel. It is an ideology, religious war, and it is not hidden. When you see, this is the reason why one of the things that that I wish that it will happen now is disintegration of Nigeria peacefully. I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about a situation whereby Fulanis will now live and advance, practice their Sharia law the way they want, whatever they want to do, they do it in their region and excel in their region based on the outcome of their choices. The same thing to people of Southwest, Yorubas, how they do the one nation. Practice whatever you want to practice, live and excel in your region based on the outcome of your choice and your decision. The same thing applicable to Igbo people. Any tribe that want to emerge is up to them. If they're big enough to be on they'll have their own country, if it is well accepted by other countries, everybody, no problem. That is all I want. I don't want to associate myself or to be in a country with people like this, like that can turn anything, that can devote time to convince me that sun is not actually sun, that is a one man holding candle on the sky, or maybe that the world is not round, that is somehow rectangle. He just trying to convince me for something that is obvious that I can see with my naked eyes. I hate it, and because when you're trying to play on my intelligence, that's one of the biggest insults that I can. To me, I don't know about a person.
The fight is here. The fight is now. Globalize the Intifada, globalize the resistance, globalize the revolution. It's not just happening in Palestine; it's happening on your doorstep. And
you do nothing about it. Let's quickly scan. I have not been to her channel. But because of this nonsense, let me even see what she's all about. I told you she must be in Britain. Look at it. One of the nastiest, most toxic pundit in Britain. Who is this? Join the conscientious revolution. This is why racist. I don't know, racist or whatever you're talking about. And you come down here. You said it's a Yoruba guy, a Yoruba woman. That's because Shola, of course, is Yoruba. So here. Let's see some of her. Okay, this is the video that I just shared with you. And is it part 1, part 2, or the same thing? Okay, the same. Let me see other things that she said here and see. You hardly hear anything going on in Nigeria on her channel. So far, are you seeing anything? He's talking about White House, Vice President Trump, and all that. Okay. Anthony Joshua. She may twist it now that is America and the US causing that one. I want to see. Okay. Al-Qaeda flood. Okay. No child were raped on October. No woman were gang raped in this debunked lies like 40 beheaded baby are the manufacturing consent for genocide and ethnic cleansing of. Okay, she's actually pro-Palestinian. She's promoting Palestinian. You get it now. And remember, her name has nothing to do with Christianity here. It could be a Muslim, Yoruba Muslim. You understand what I'm talking about? She may be a Muslim person, but even if a Christian, because Femi Faneka have taught me a lesson to understand that being a Christian from Southwest is not a guarantee that that person will live like a Christian. No. As why Sokoto State, Trump did not come to save Nigerian Christians. He said he is weaponizing persecution and murder of Nigerian Christians and Muslims for ulterior motive. Puppet Nigerian government calls it a collaboration to save face. Nigeria is backdoor to Africa's new axis of power. Wake up. Look at her.
On Northern Nigeria.
Now listen.
Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to say this as calmly as I can, because some of you are getting on my last God-given nerves. Donald Trump's launch of airstrikes on Northern Nigeria
just watch.
Had absolutely nothing to do with saving Christians. It was never his intention. It is clear that it was a show of dominance and power for an absolutely different ulterior motive. I need you to start to critically think and ask serious questions like, why did Trump target these specific communities in Sokoto State, in northern Nigeria, which have experienced zero or little terrorist incidents?
You see how senseless this terrorist sympathizer, how they behave. You think like normally, as a military person or as a security person, you have your base where you are keeping your valuable equipment for your agenda. You think you now have to bring it and keep it where you are carrying out the activities. There must be a very quiet place. They don't need to commit anything so that nobody's going to suspect them in that region. It takes deep, intelligence to understand their location. Let for you alone, you'll be throwing bomb in the communities of those victims where they are normal other place where they're carrying out the atrocities. So you want Trump to drop bomb with those places because there's a security challenges in that room. Intelligence will tell you where they're based and where they're coming from, their strength. That's why some people will go after their sponsor before even hitting those enablers. But we are here. That's why when I look at Britain, like what is going on, some of the videos that is making wave on social media, when I see some of them, I just mind. Because it's very clear. You cannot eat your cake and have it.
We have spoken to a journalist on the ground in Sokoto who said to us that one of the communities hit by the strikes has never reported any incident of terror, and that the two communities hit simultaneously. There is only expected to be one where maybe potentially some hideouts of IS-affiliated fighters have been hit. Still very unclear, but in the community that has never reported any terror, they haven't had any casualties, but some homes of civilians have been partially...
Have you heard that?
This is how they rushed to announce this. Then later, when the video and the pictures surfaced, this woman off her mic. You see, She rushed out. You now heard that. So for once, you not believe the report from there. But you call them puppet.
One of those three communities experienced no terrorism. The other one is another one. Might, maybe has had some. You mean you bombed Nigerians on a freaking maybe? On a maybe. You damaged homes. You hurt Nigerians on a maybe. Are you asking yourself, why didn't he launch airstrikes on those other northern Nigerian states that are rife with terrorists? You know, Kanu, Plateau, Bornu, all of these other ones that we constantly hear about terrorist attacks. Why go to specific communities in Sokoto that have zero or little? Why?
Because that is where the equipment, the way they're manufacturing equipment they are using, or those areas we are talking about. You have no knowledge about security. You know, but you want to comment because you hate Israel, you hate America because they're talking about Palestinians, because of Palestinians. If you are married to them, why don't you just focus on your marriage? If you're a Muslim Nigerian, be proud of your identity and your religion. Now you see a woman that is advocating for Palestinians is now championing about Christianity, trying to advise you. Any Christian person that know who you are should take. If you choose A, the person you should choose B, because that's the option, because you don't support anything Christianity. So you want, in your own little brain, you think that because of what I'm saying now, people will now hate Israel and love Hamas. Why don't you report what is going on in Iran? We are seeing a lot of videos from Iran. How Christians in Iran, they are burning. I don't want to go there, but you know, anybody that cares to know what is going on in Iran, what I'm saying now, it shouldn't be a new thing to you.
This is part of the calculated strategy. A calculated strategy to weaponize the murder.
Armstrong, thank you so much for your support. God bless you. God bless you, my brother.
Because if you don't know, America has been funding Boko Haram and ISIS, and I've always known that these terrorist groups kill, murder, and rape, and did nothing to stop them because it suited their agenda.
Now, America is funding them through who? Through government, through Nigerian government, by aid, pretending that everything is all right. And Democrats are just, they don't care. You know the agenda. That's what Ruben Abadi wanted to say just now. That the first visiting, they condemn, they say that the genocide. The second visit, they are trying to retract their statement, which is not true, because Republicans already know what the Democrats want. They don't care about whatever they have murdered or genocide, as long as they are making what they're making from there, from the system and all that. And don't forget that Nigerian dropped, some support their campaign during the election. So because Nigerian government is in support of Democrats, not Republican. We know that because Republican is anti-terror. They don't like some of these things playing out, unnecessary killing and funding terrorism, pretending that you are helping humanity, whereas they're not going to use that for anything. So why don't you come down to Nigeria? After all, we are not talking about another. You are talking about, since you are in love with the system, what are you doing in Britain?
So right now, when they're swooping in and savior, nah, it's not because they care. It's because it's to further their capitalist interests. And two, they're using Sokoto State as the backdoor to Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. You know, the new axis of African power that's shaking the West to its very core. The West see it as a threat to its access to African resources and a threat to the West dominance on African people.
I just saw your, I just read your message, my brother. A very good question. She don't talk, no. You should understand. One thing about, that's why I said that if you pay attention to them, you understand that they're not saying anything meaningful. They always complain, blame Igbo, and withdraw. She's not talking about Igbo. I'm talking about people in her category that are based in Nigeria. They will come out and tell you, talk, they blame you. There's one guy that I saw his video this evening, but I did not share it because I understand this. some of them, their own tribal, you know, their own bigotry is so deep that each time you want, for you to even talk about them to your satisfaction, you have to start reasoning like them. You have to, you know, start behaving and acting like them for you to explain what they are in detail. And I don't want to go there. That's why I saw that video, I skipped it. I have shared his video here before now. But we still have good people from Yoruba land. But they're not vocal like these bad ones. Those people that can, those ones that will tell you that Ukraine people and the normal people are not evil. They say they are not evil. Wouldn't you leave them alone? They will spend time to tell you how not to talk about them because they don't love you. They don't want, even though they know deep down their mind, they know that this is your brother. But they drive joy in making sure that you guys are fighting among yourself. That's all they want. They want to see that kind of thing. When you have issue with your brother as a neighbor person, nobody wants to associate with you. That is what gladdens their heart. They don't joke with that kind of thing. They can do anything to get it, like just to leave it like that. So your question is very, very good. If she actually profile any solution like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. No, you won't see that. Not at all. They don't, all of them don't do that. They don't talk about it. Not at all. It's not possible. It's not possible. Anyway, let's continue. Where's
And for those of you who are gullible enough to believe that this was a collaboration with the Nigerian government, I have a bridge to sell you. This was no collaboration. It was a command from America. Trump was going to do whatever the heck he wants, and the Nigerian government is trying to save face by calling this a collaboration. Because think about it. If this was a collaboration, why would the Nigerian government take America all the way to Sokoto State, where there was little or no incidents of terrorist attacks to those particular communities, and not to the states that are rife with terrorism, states that the Nigerian government, which is in bed with these terrorists and constantly has peace meetings with the terrorists and know these terrorists by name, by face, know their family, know where they're located, would definitely have taken them to the right people, right place, if it was a real collaboration. People, please, use the brain cells God gave you. I need you to be smarter because they are not even subtle. We're coming in because of ISIS terrorists is equivalent of we're coming in because Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. It's the equivalent of war on drugs is actually war on black people. Think, if Donald Trump can be arming and funding the Israelis' genocide of Palestinian Christians, why the hell do you think he will come and save Nigerian Christians? The man does not care. It's all about lining the pockets of the elites, and they're using Nigeria to deflect from Israel's genocide. Wake the heck up. And those of you thanking Trump isn't your friend. Same Trump who called Nigeria shithole country. Same Trump who just denied all Nigerians visas to America, including the Nigerian Christians he cares so much about, and who he's not affording any refugee status like he did to the white South Africans. This same Trump who just stole a tanker of crude oil from Nigeria, doing to Nigeria what America accused Yemen of doing. People, wake up.
Anamano. Anyway, let me bring her down. Just a moment. Let me bring it down. And Amajiro Mass Namagan taught us in 2050 that all the GOs in Yoruba land are former Muslims. They are, many of them, if not all. Good evening, my brother Kai. Anthony, I greet you. Petra said she is a propagandist and ignorant, 100%. Her eyes will glare when ISWAP overrun her region. You think she cares? You think she cares? Okay, many of you don't know that there was an attack, I think 2 days ago, that claimed life of one of their prominent person there, or the son, I think so. Something happened in Yoruba land that they are not talking about it on social media. Not at all. Because it's not meant to discuss. I don't know the reason, I don't know the agenda. It seems like all of them, they are happy with what is playing out there. I think they're happy. Somehow I feel like they're okay. I feel like that. I don't know. Maybe not. But you never can tell. But that's how I feel though. I feel like somehow they are contented with what is playing out there. Anyway, let's go back to base. She don't talk about any other thing. All she know how to talk is irrelevant things that doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go back to just hear what this Hausa guy said, because it's always good for you to know, learn from the best. Many of us know what that Hausa people are not proud of themselves, not because of anything, but they conquered them. They are the example that everybody should look up to. So by the time you're advocating for something you are not sure of, like Masakanda said, look at the Hausa people. If you want to know how your future will be, just Hausa people are there for you to see. Now, pay close attention to this. This message is from this person called Nigeria is Gone. He said, Hausa population is 35.9%. Hausa population. Okay, I don't know if in the state, I don't know the where population where, I don't know if it's in Nigeria or in the state, I don't know, but I'm just reading what is here. Hausa population is 35.9%. Fulani population is 6%. Yet Fulani are oppressing the Hausa people, denying them the right to act freely as a people. When the Hausa resist, they abide, said Hausa man. Okay, this guy is a Hausa person.
Fulani.
Start from the beginning.
The guy is talking. He's a special advisor to Kano State Governor on Fulani. As long as you are Fulani, you are from Fulani tribe, then you can go and lay your complaint, whatever it is. But do Hausa people have this type of representation?
Must be done.
No, is the answer. I talked about federal government, how Fulani elites, members of Mieti Allah are preventing Hausa people from laying their complaints to the president directly so that he will know their problem. Still, in the other tier of government, that is state government, Hausa people are facing the same problem they are facing in the federal government. You see, she's talking, she's so proud to be Fulani, she's this, Fulani are good people. But is it fair for Kano State Governor?
All right, let me put my link if you want to comment before you sleep, because we are winding down very soon. Here is the link. But if you want to join me or say anything, the link has been shared. Let's continue. After this, we are going to wind down if nobody joined.
To have him being a Fulani, his deputy being a Fulani governor on Fulani. As long as you are Fulani, you are from Fulani tribe, then you can go and lay your complaint, whatever it is. But do Hausa people have this type of representation?
Something must be done.
No, is the answer. I talked about federal government, how Fulani elites, members of Mieti Allah are preventing Hausa people from laying their complaints to the president directly so that he will know their problem. Still, in the other tier of government, that is state government, Hausa people are facing the same problem they are facing in the federal government. You see, she's talking, she's so proud to be Fulani, she's this, Fulani are good people. But is it fair for Kano State Governor to have him being a Fulani, his deputy being a Fulani, his 44 local government chairman, almost if not all of them, are all Fulanis. His commissioners, only two of them are not Fulanis. Is it fair for him to create another special advisor for Fulani to strengthen ethnic consciousness? After all, the Emir of Kano, that is the King of Kano, is also Fulani, and a grand patron of the Fulani Forum. You see this street begging? Do you think government cannot stop these children, our Hausa children, from doing a majority of it? Good luck, Ebele Jonathan has done everything possible to see that he stopped all these kind of children, remove them from the streets. But the Fulani elites are not happy with that, because Hausa children are going to be educated. Because with the way Good luck, Ebele Jonathan has planned this thing, Hausa people are going to be educated. So they're not happy with it. So they did not manage that plan of a Good luck. So they just left it and it just went like that. Someone may ask question and say, oh, where are the Hausa big men? Why are they not helping? Like IBB is a Hausa man originally from Kano. Yes, Abdul Salam is a Hausa man originally also from Kano. But Dangote is Hausa man originally from Kano. Boa is a Hausa man originally. You see, these rich people, they are all from Kano, but they cannot help us because they don't have Hausa consciousness. No Hausa consciousness. The same way our poor masses don't have that consciousness. That's what you are doing to enlighten them. Wash, this religious indoctrination.
Did you hear what he said? That I don't know. He mentioned IBB. I thought IBB is a Fulani man. I don't know that he's an Hausa man. But anyway, he said that they have all these prominent people that is Hausa, but they are not Hausa consciousness. I don't know what they mean by that though, but what I'm trying, in my own interpretation, I think what he's trying to say is that they don't have Hausa at heart. Like they don't care about, they don't want to focus on their race and their religion. Because if they do, Fulani will destroy their political career because they're in charge of them. The same thing applicable to your governor today in the eastern part. They are all being in their clothes, have to bow. I don't know the type of voodoo. You see their percentage, 6%, controlling 37.9. Madam Origin is here with me. You're welcome, ma'am.
Mr. Kai, I greet all the Biafrans.
You're welcome.
According to your time zone. I think it is not Babangida, it's Abdul Salami Abubakar that is, I think it's Hausa, and he played a miserable role. Was almost like Babangida's shadow. Anything Babangida would do, he will send that one. That one will be roaming, doing peace accord, constituting nuisance. Well, I greet everybody. What I want to highlight on just one particular thing I want to say, I was surprised because I wanted to really know where to categorize this. Anyway, it is what it is. The Nigeria youth, if you go to their, different platforms, why I have to say this to Biafrans is that to some extent, I will say kudos to Biafra youths, because their mind is on, they're keeping their eyes, especially the ones I know, the ones that come to the different platforms I visit that are Biafra oriented. And I thought I was going to hear about this tax thing, because we are no longer Nigerians by God's grace. Uncle Netanyahu and Uncle Trump are coming. They will help us, do the proper separation so that we have a breathing space.
Exactly.
Mr. Kai, you got what I'm saying. Yeah, because
100%.
Yeah, because I swear. So I was trying to see how they're going to lament. I really talk about the tax, because their principal, their papa, the AKA man, is not backing down on the, which I'm now seeing that it is the Takia Jizya, you know, deception, highest level of deception. They don't care. So you see them, they were not talking about it. The insecurity that is behooving them there. You look at Plateau, look at what happened on Christmas Eve and all of that. They didn't talk about it. And the facts that Prime Minister Netanyahu made a major statement. I did not hear them discuss it in like as a serious matter, because it's a serious matter.
You mean discussing this on it mean in National Assembly?
Not really national. I mean, you know, this as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how they are seeing it. They are as though they are pretending. Anyway, the Nigeria as a people, I think they have mastered in pretense. And when there is a major issue, they want to see if that issue will die down. When there is all kinds of mayhem going on, they pretend it is not happening. That really kind of got me worried for them. And I hear Mr. the Arise newsman that was trying to call on Riley Moore, that Riley Moore is talking about the Christian genocide. I don't know how that is not a Christian genocide. And if
so
I may
it's not because it's Tinubu boy.
If I may put it to him, let's say, for example, like what he said is true, like there are overflow. If there are more than 60, 70, 80% of people are Christians, or even as we speak, who are the people doing this buying? What is the agenda of the people doing the buying? What is it? Everybody knows, even including him. He is a Muslim. He knows. It's just like me here. The way Christians propagate the gospel is to carry Bible, whether you carry it on your hand or you carry it on your head. You go and preach to people. You tell them about the love of Christ, and hopefully they will follow you. But his own religion is by either I hope he reads his book, because all they are written in his book, the book they gave to them. And they say that book is infallible. So you can't even twist or turn the book. So whatever is in the book is what they are doing. And they know. And it is their leaders that are sponsoring these pogroms, this house-to-house evangelism of buying people, burning people alive, as a part of his religion.
Yeah.
And as we speak, and he is trying to say it also affects his people. That reminds me, there is a clip I sent to you, and I want you to play it, because this is to let him know that while he is calling on Riley Moore, he should look into himself. He should look at himself.
You sent it to me now?
Yeah, I want you to play it. It says, I think it's second to the last video.
Hold on, let me.
So while you're looking for it, so when you look at who are the people causing this destruction? One analyst said, since this one, they started counting from 9/11. You know, 9/11 that happened in America, where they hit the Twin Towers. triple towers. They hit on it. The man says since then there has been 46,000 Islamic terrorist acts. 46,000. And he is here trying to, you see, what he's trying to do is to see how he can convince me and you and every Nigerian or Biafran or people in that enclave to say he is trying to pin it on Islam. But in as much as we are not against any human being, is it not the big question is who is doing this spying? Who is burning people alive? As per when they are doing it, they shout their Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. Who are they doing? What is their religion of those doing that?
Yes, and the intent.
Exactly.
Did you find it?
Yeah, the whole thing is hanging. I'm trying. Just let's continue. I'm trying to get it done.
So when you look at this thing intently, and again, when you hear them, I hear one or two of them running their mouth. Oh, look at what happened in Afghanistan. What is happening in Nigeria today is what is happened in Afghanistan. Exactly. And America went in to work with Afghanistan government. Afghanistan government railroad this same thing Nigeria government was doing. When you give them intel, they now went and ambushed American military, ambushed them, by them, constituting nuisance. The whole thing was horrible. Then now they want America. And let me tell you, like I was saying, when did I mention about President Biden? President Biden, what he did was like through USAID, that money is all earmarked. They mark it out to help poor countries in trouble and all of that. But Biden will blindly, thinking that he's giving it to human beings. He didn't know he was giving it to terrorist government. All the ammunition, well, you know, here on 3 occasions, I have had this man that came back talk on Arise and Channels TV that bandits came and carried their arms and ammunition inside barracks. So how does this Abati want, what do they want the outside world to do? Keep quiet and watch.
So it until it start happening to them.
It's not about, no, it's not even about happening to them. They know. But because their mind is like it is their religion, and that because it is their way of conversion and by mandatory and by whatever.
Fire by force.
By jihad agenda, in his heart, he does not see anything wrong with it. That is where the issue is. And he is angry at Riley because Riley wants to stop the gospel of his jihadism. That's the way I see it. Because if not, okay, let's say Riley and co, they are okay, they said, okay, let us start and concentrate and save Christians. What stops him and his Papa principle? The Christmas Eve incident that happened, for 3, 4, 5 days, we did not hear anything from the government of Nigeria. So what, and I'm just still saying what Abati said. Abati said that what they did is when they bombed the place, that the bandits and terrorists ran and relocated. What did your government do to stop them?
Madam, is this the video you want me to play?
And let me see. Is it second to the last? No, not this one.
Not this one.
Go to the next.
Okay. Second to the last.
Oh, from what the one I sent you. I sent you.
Okay. Oh, I skipped that too. Okay, continue. Let me get it.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, let them, when they start the trouble, just like that girl that was talking. I don't think it's unfair. It's unfair to try to what Dr. Ngozi Oreabueze is a projection. You people know you are the one, you're the masterminds of this thing, and you're not making any effort to stop it, to help the issue. You're not doing anything, but you keep trying to push it. You want to paint the other person to make sure you push it and blackmail somebody else and let the focus go away from you and concentrate on someone else. That is not right. That is not right. And also on this same issue, on how they are carrying and pretending, Mazikai, where I came from, you see, these crimes and this sometimes it comes from the place the people a pattern. You can see a community, they have a pattern, and it could be how they marry and all those things. That is a pattern. In some places it could be their belief, and in some places it is their custom. So let me use, there was one time I heard about it that part of my community, they think that giving birth to twins is abomination, and they do away with the twins. What if Mary Slessor didn't come and stop it? So someone came and said, no, this is wrong. But what I'm seeing in this community, in this, whether they call them whatever they call themselves, is that there is no effort. Have you ever seen where one Muslim community condemn what these people are, like condemn it and say, how can we stop this? When people want to stop it, you say they are not able. You find a way to run around it, and they pay people like Piers Morgan and this young lady, because if they are, how can you just see this stark evil going on, and you're trying to call people that they are Islamophobic or whatever? What is Islamophobic in you knowing that somebody is going house to house and think it is his God-given right to destroy others?
This is the video, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen to that.
Muslims living with Sikhs, problem. Muslims living with Hindus, problem. Muslims living with Baha'is, problem. Muslims living with Shintos, problem. Muslims living with Buddhists, problem. Muslims living with Christians, problem. Muslims living with Muslims, very big problem. So this led to, they're not happy in Gaza. They're not happy in Egypt. They're not happy in Libya. They're not happy in Iran. They're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from where they were not happy.
This is a very good analysis. Honestly, I'm going to download this video. Wow. I think maybe some people may not understand what the video is all about. Wow. Please permit me to play it again.
Problem. Muslims living with Baha'is. Problem. Muslims living with Shiitos. Problem. Muslims living with Buddhists. Problem. Muslims living with Christians. Problem. Muslims living with Muslims. Very big problem. So this led to they're not happy in Gaza. They're not happy in Egypt. They're not happy in Libya. They're not happy in Iran. They're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from where they were not happy.
That is madness. That's a pure mad. Thank you so much for this video.
That is, and the question I keep asking, question I keep asking is, why? I am yet to find answer to the why. Why do you take joy in buying people? Why? How will it brings a lot of a kind of confusion. You say that your God. So which God? And if at the end of the day, like my own religion say, love everybody, love your neighbor as yourself. If someone offend you, maybe you didn't like it because you didn't like that religion because you want to fight. When someone offends you, you want to hurt the person, and you find it comfortable in. And by the way, when you look at the law of nature goes more into being human and being humane. It is more of, what my religion is all about. But if being human has everything to do with caring for one another, loving one another, so who is this God that you have come to believe in that now empowers you to destroy others because they are not believing in that God? It is weird. Like I said, I am all questions. Like I ask questions. I rested there, Mazikai. Maybe I'll find it. Anyway, I don't think I will want an answer that will convince me that the best way to have someone. Anyway.
Your answer is why. Your question is why they choose to buy people and commit what they're committing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said that their book told them to buy people, and to show, just like the video that you sent to me, they are not happy with themselves, and that brings frustration. So, because they are not happy, they believe that for them to restore, for them to have happiness at all, they have to provoke or to put that sadness in another person. for them to. You know, they are searching for happiness. They think that for them to have happiness in them is by putting sadness or buying people just to create something that will provoke other people to be sad. So they believe that seeing you being sad will now bring them joy and happiness and peace, which nature did not make it to like that. You cannot be happy because you are hurting other people. It's not anybody saying that is lying to himself. It's not, that means something is wrong with you. It's not possible. ISWAP is trending from my end. ISWAP is trending. Anyway, the time is okay. Let me just share it before I go.
No, just like I said, right? You see,
Yeah.
like I was trying to analyze, when you get confronted with what is not a norm, like when I was using that twins, and people made effort to stop it. So my question is, why is it that there is no effort by these people to see that something is wrong, something is fundamentally wrong with this ideology?
Yeah. It is wrong because the man himself that started it, when he said that you should lie, you should you should lie and tax people and buy people, that's a religion. You know that video that you shared on your status, you know the video I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm gonna download this one, I'll try my best to look for
I've
that.
sent it to you too.
Yeah, I see it now. I've seen that. That's the last thing that you sent to me. You see, that video and the one you sent to me now, if you listen very well, which I know you have already listened to both of them, you find out that you see how many times they push to take Israel, like how many times they made an attempt to bring their religion there. They push them back. And the same thing applicable to other places because they believe that bringing their religion to other place is by force. You have to force it on them. You have to force on people. So if the man is genuine, there's no need to force it on people. You should just do that is good. People will now see it and follow you. Just like what Master said, that for able people to support you, you have to be consistent. You have to be truthful and consistent. So imagine a religion that is built on lie. What do you expect then?
There's another one I'm going to send you when I find it. I have in my archive that because there is serious research going on. Because like I said, I was telling someone, I don't know on what platform I said that October 7th when they went. I know that what happened to America 9/11 really shook them, but October 7th shook Israel to the core. And I have a few platform bloggers that they are researching. Everybody is on trying to find what is this and how and when. And all the things, all the history they have tried to bury are surfacing back up. They are coming back up. People are digging in, and when you look at it, like I said, this thing started 600 AD. After the death of Christ, after resurrection of Christ, 600 AD, which means this thing never existed until 600 AD.
That's why they say that he is the last prophet.
No, it's not, being a last prophet. I keep telling people, okay, so what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that everything he said has come to pass?
They don't believe that even if you bring another prophet, they don't believe.
Okay,
They
so again,
they prefer to have to go and practice voodoo. So that's no, people don't know that the source of their strength is voodoo.
It depends on, like I said, some of their, I guess, and you know the funny thing, when you look at the scriptures, you go and he, even in his book or whatever book they gave to them, he said that to destroy the scripture, the people of the book, which the Jews, the Christians, right? That's what their book told them. And in this book, it says that he was saying that a figure, they call it angel, either angel Gabriel. That's why I keep telling you people, my Bible, the one I read, I say you should be careful that some demons have changed themselves to look like angel of light. And if they catch you, especially the ones they say they carry the spirit of the Nephilims, now I'll be that one. So whatever he saw and the book they gave to him, can you imagine inside the book they gave that he collected? Inside of it is reading to wipe out Christians and Jews, which are the oldest. The ones that even in his book it is written that in that their book, Abraham is there, Moses is there, and all of that, right? And they claim also that they are part of Moses, right?
Then part of Moses, part of Abraham, and part of Mary.
So if you are, but you just came 600. As soon as you came, and they had tell you to wipe out the children of God. I found that is where I find it very weird. So that means whatever God that is not the God of Abraham, because God of Abraham cannot tell you to go and kill the children of Abraham.
Everything about them is like you likely said, is about falsehood. Antichrist.
And they come fight here in family after he come by. The people that are following him and his family, they fight. So they nearly finish all of themselves. And then they now go, and it's not like by force. If you no agree, we buy you. So people are living in fear. Anywhere. Is it not what this is coming? Anywhere they are, people are in fear.
That's what it is.
How can people live in fear all their lives, even in their own, where they are, every country where they are?
That is the fear. That is the same fear that we are seeing here.
And it has not occurred to them that this may be something that have vowed that they fight with God. That thing where they fight with God, where tell God say in go killing children. I hope not being the they come as angel of light. Now they follow him. And they see me. I no agree.
You can go, my sister. This speaking of fear. Here is somebody. This guy called Very Dark Man. I don't think it's the original one, but he shares on the Sharia law. The Yobe State Hezbollah has officially banned the interaction between men and women in public. Women and men are not supposed to talk to each other in a bus, on a bike, or in public. Up on one country, one. They say it is to promote morality and might meet them in public. You might meet them in public, talking to them and create a connection, which is what they don't want. If you are caught talking to the opposite gender, you will be arrested immediately, and probably your hand may no longer be with you. That's me. I'm done as adding that. In this century, this still happening in Nigeria. They play. Look at them all. Look at them. Hezba. And Oyeka Kanaralola. And even.
It's so true.
We need to understand the difference between this and this. Frank, we're going to catch you go away. But I'm gonna wind down here. Thank you so much.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna wind down here. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And I have to appreciate all of you. I don't know. Let me see what it is.
Our place several years.
Forget about this criminal. All right, I have to thank all of you that joined me this late hour. God bless you, Ezin Wife and Armstrong. Thank you for your donation. Thank you especially to my sister, our mommy, Madam Origin. God bless you and reward you mightily. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your encouragement. And all of you in the comment section, may God bless you. Starting from who? I don't know, so many people. Armstrong, God bless you. Franco Konko, Obi-Wan, and Amadichi Goze. Daniel is here. Wow, I did not recognize you. I think you came late. He said, no matter what lies and pretense they come with, they cannot deceive America and Israel. That one is for sure. They can't. I see you, my brother. Triple M, you are busy on comment section. I know you are at work. Where are all these animals when the Christians are being pied? Exactly. Petra said she is a propagandist. I think I've seen this one before. So see you tomorrow. God bless you and take care of yourself. Good night to you all. Madam Origin said, Obi-Wan, Happy New Year. Waiting happen. Obi-Wan is always in the other room these days. He's always in the other room, very, very busy. He was here before now. I don't think he's still here. I asked after him before he responded, but I think maybe he has logged into, you know what I mean, sleeping. So I have to end it now. Thank you so much. God bless all of you and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.